What's going on, everybody? We're live on the channel, I think. Are we good? Let me know. Here we go. We're live. No intro today. Intro didn't work. Screw it. Here we are. Welcome into New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. Only 8 people were watching. Seeps, don't worry about it. Welcome into New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. Hey, we're early today. A whole minute early. Pretty crazy if you ask me. We're usually running a little bit late, but let's let everybody pile up in here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Steven Vargas. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Astral. Shout out to Dean. He said, real one, read the title and hoping whatever injury it is isn't deep. Then again, it'll give Tibbs more of an excuse to play Evan Fournier. We're going to break all that down in today's show. Quentin Grimes sustained an injury on the first day of Knicks training camp. Not a big deal. Not a big injury. We're going to break it down. Not expected to be long-term. Sounds like they're just being precautionary with it. But, hey, we're all about news and rumors. We wanted to get you guys with the news, so we went live today. Shout out to Ghost. Shout out to Will. Shout out to everybody popping in. 54 people. Everybody is starting to pile in. That's what you like to see. Where are the real ones at? Let's get the comment section flowing. I want everybody that's a real one to drop a real one in the comment section. Let me know. Are you a real one? If so, comment real one in the comment section. Today's going to be a fun show. We got an injury update on Quentin Grimes. We're going to touch on the Jae Crowder trade rumors. A lot of people have been asking me, yo, Marsh, should the Knicks get involved in the Jae Crowder trade rumors? One site did a trade idea, 4 reasons why the Knicks should trade for Jae Crowder. I'm going to give you my opinion on that potentially. But if you're a real one, drop a real one in the comment section right now. Got producer Seeps with me, rocking and rolling as always. Shout out to Seeps. Will Latimer's a real one. Pat's a real one. Anthony's a real one. The Worst Triangle is a real one. Derek is a real one. Raven, you're a real one. Anthony's a real one. Vic is a real one. Mr. Pete is a real one. And Dean Yule. Daniel? Daniel. I think it's Daniel. Daniel or Daniel? Jamie's a real one. Felicia's a real one. What up? Justin Cordova. What up, my guy? Shout out to you. Steven Vargas, a real one. A1 since day one. Shout out to Didiac. Shout out to R Cool C66. All the real ones are starting to pile in. Let's do this because this is always a fun game. Shout out to Brian. Shout out to Manuel. As the real ones continue to pile in, I want to ask you guys a question. Name a random Knick. Someone that played for the New York Knicks at one point where it was just random. Like Emmanuel Mudiay. That's random. Jose Calderon. Random. Torrey Murray. Random. Moochie Norris. Random. Tracy McGrady. Random. Ronaldo Balkman. 2 of those in the comments. That's random. Let me think if I can think of some other ones. Michael Beasley. That's random. Chris Smith. J.R. Smith's brother. That's random. Chris Duhon. That's random. Marty Collins. That's random, no doubt about it. Everybody's naming a random Knick in the comment section. Derek Riceroni Turioff, definitely a random Knick. What's wild, like when he played that year after we traded for Carmelo Anthony, he was actually like kind of good for the Knicks, which is wild to think. Steven Vargas says Coutinho Mobley. What about like, it's another random Knick. Let me see if I can like stump y'all here. Tony Douglas ain't really all that random. What about Mike Bibby, Baron Davis, Penny Hardaway, David Lee? He's a Knicks legend. Steve Francis. Sherwin says, good evening. Why should the Knicks trade for Jae Crowder? Julius Randle is a top 4 power forward in the NBA. Obi fans are amazingly stupid. They all want to trade Randle. I don't think the Knicks should trade for Jae Crowder, but look, the rumors are out there. There's sites that do Knicks content that have said that they should trade for him. We're going to talk about it on today's show. Bill Walker, Timofey, Corey Brewer, that's a random Knick. Lou Amundsen, that's a random Knick. Dikembe Mutombo, Jalen Rose. Okay, you guys are doing pretty good. Love to hear it. Jamal Crawford's another one. Al Harrington, Zach Randolph, Nate Robinson, Eddie Curry, Jared Jeffries, Chauncey Billups, Tim Thomas, yeah. Jorts, yeah. Jorts is a random. Ron Artest, that's random. Jimmer Fredette, that is random. That's probably the winner of the day. Shout out to Daniel, Michael Sweetney, Jay Kidd, Derek Harper, Bob McAdoo, Ray Williams. All right. We do have some news that's not so good for the New York Knicks. Mike Breen, the legendary Knicks play-by-play guy. Everybody knows about Mike Breen. Bang! He lost his home in a fire on Sunday. Let's all show some good vibes to Mike Breen. Just type bang in the comment section. I want everybody to type bang in the comment section to show our guy Mike Breen some love. Losing your house in a fire has got to be one of the most tragic situations. I don't have any official news, but it sounds like everybody involved is okay, which is good. But I want Mike Breen to feel some love for the New York Knicks, real ones out there. I want everyone to type bang in the comment section. I'll show some love to everybody that does. We got to show love to Mike Breen, the best play-by-play guy in the NBA. The bang, the double bang, like what he does for the New York Knicks is incredible. This guy covers games, 3 games a night for ESPN, and he pretty much does every single New York Knicks game. He is literally a New York Knicks legend. He'll probably go into the Knicks Hall of Fame. We got to show some love for our guy, Mike Breen. Everybody type bang in the comment section. I'll give some shout-outs. Shout out to Trevor, Gerald, Michael, Mr. Day-Day, Will Latimer, Derek, Mr. Pete, TS, The Worst Triangle, Soul Train, Mel Maddock, Warren, Ghost Rider, Felicia, Brian, Manuel, Arcool, Daniel, Brian, Anthony Smith, Steven Vargas, Raven Bush, Jet Life, For Life, Justino, Nathaniel, Warren, and Rich Robson's in a $10 super chat to get things going. Bang! Oh my God. When I saw this news about Mike Breen, I was hurt a little bit, man. I really was. And it sucks. Like, Seeps, could you imagine losing everything you own in your house to a house fire?
I could not. That sounds like, just one of the worst days of your life, probably.
Yeah, and imagine, like, having kids and having to explain, like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Mike Breen is loved amongst Knicks fans. Type bang in the comments for our guy, Mike Breen.
My favorite sports call of probably all time is the Steph Curry game winner.
The double bang?
Yeah.
Where he just pulls up from, like, half court against the Thunder.
I remember that
bang!
Yeah.
Bang!
Curry from way downtown. Bang!
Rich Rob, I appreciate the $10 super chat. We got a fresh bottle of Fireball here. Everybody knows the rules. Every $10 super chat, we're doing a Fireball shot. Check the L3 to go with this one. I put one in there. It's the $100 one. The one on screen. Yeah. We'll get it started. We'll get it popping. Shout out to Rich Rob. Every $10 super chat equals a Fireball shot. Once we get to $50 in total super chats, we'll do a Fireball shot. Every 100 likes, we'll do a Fireball shot. We got 150 people watching right now and only 27 likes. Those are rookie numbers. Hit that thumbs up icon. Show some love. If you're enjoying the stream, if you want to have a good time tonight, hit that thumbs up icon. I just put a little Fireball on my laptop. Pulled a Jonesy, but we'll be all right. And look, we got a new prop here at New York Giants Now. New York Knicks Now. Sorry, you do too many shows with New York and Now, and it gets messed up. We got the Fireball or the drinking helmet. We're calling it the drinking helmet. So it looked like this. $100 super chat. We put on the beer helmet right here. And you get 2 beers. One goes in here. Right in here. Yep, one in there. And one in here. And I'll drink it. I won't take off the helmet until we drink it. $100 super chat comes in. We'll put on the beer helmet. We'll make it happen. Wanted to get a little more creative. Seeps, how ridiculous does this look?
I never have been like begging for somebody's super chat, but I just want to see Marsh go through the struggle bus of having this on for a very, very long time.
Like, this is going to be like 5-10 minutes I'm going to have to wear this.
I was going to say 20 minutes. You got to down 2 of those.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Somebody comes through.
I'm sure somebody will send in a $100 super chat and we'll make it happen. But this is the goal. This is the helmet. $100, we'll do that. We do got other options. $50 equals a tequila shot. You guys know we keep the tequila on deck. And Brian comes in with a $20 super chat. Shout out to my guy, Brian.
Shout out to Brian.
Shout out to Brian. We're going to get to the Quentin Grimes injury news in a second. We're letting everybody pile in. This is the audience buildup of the show. Look, we put on a show. We're here to entertain and inform. If we only did the show with 177 people in, that wouldn't be entertaining and that wouldn't be informing. So we're going to wait for people to pile in. Hit that thumbs up icon right now. How about this? If you're ready for the show, a lot of you guys are complaining in the comments, what happened to Grimes? So what happened? Get to Grimes, da-da-da-da-da. If you want to hear about Quentin Grimes, if you're ready for the show, like this video. How about that? I'm going to take 2 shots for Brian. They sent in a $20 super chat. That's one. Here's another one for my guy Brian. Shout out to you. 180 people watching and only 60 likes. That's not good enough, Seeps. You know what is good enough? A $10 super chat from Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider with a $10 super chat.
Man.
Shout out to you. Seeps is cracking open the beer.
Marsh, do you feel that? I feel a little special. This might be a special edition of New York Knicks.
I think this could be a real one
I
edition.
think this could be a real one. Oh, speaking of, guys, I don't have the Knicks one.
But Seeps is a real one.
I got mine
we
on.
had to make sure Seeps got one. No doubt about it. Ghost Rider, shot. No, this is more than shot 2, but hey, I'll take one for you.
Cheers.
Appreciate the $10 super chat, my guy.
200 people watching. I'm not starting the Grimes news until we get to 100.
How about that? Look, let's do that. We got 200 people watching, less than 100 likes. That is less than 50% participation rate. If we get to 100 likes in the next 30 seconds, I'll take a shot at tequila. How about that? We get to 100 likes in the next 30 seconds, we'll bust out the tequila.
Let's do it.
We have 205 people watching and 71 likes. Hit that thumbs up icon. It helps everybody. If you're a real one, you should already like the video, because when you do, it shows everybody on YouTube that this is a stream that everybody should get into. 75 likes, 5 seconds to go. Hit that thumbs up icon. Let's go. Reaper Man says, hit that thumbs up icon. I want to hear the Quentin Grimes news. Let's go. 81 likes. Let's go. 19 likes away. 208 people watching. It's free. You're right, Steven Vargas. It's free. Hit that thumbs up icon. And maybe y'all don't care about the channel. I thought you did. If you do, hit that thumbs up icon. Let's go. 15 likes away. We didn't get there in 30 seconds. But if we get to 100 likes, I'll do a tequila, a fireball shot, because we'll save the tequila for special events. How about this? If you've liked the video, type me. If you have liked the video so far, I want you to type me and I'll give you a shout out. Like the video, and once you have, type me and I'll give you a shout out. How about that?
8 more likes.
8 more likes. Shout out to Kanal. Shout out to Zay. Shout out to Steven. Reaper Man. Melmatic. Michael. Dopus Ream. Bleak One. Mr. Pete. Pat. Blacktastic. Ghost Rider. Poke Belly. Nathaniel Alston. A real one. Nick of Full Tugs Grant. That sounds kind of sus. Shout out to King Ribby, Brian, NY Cat, Will Latimer, AAW, Keith Turner. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Shout out to 100 Cent, S. Middleton. Hey, we're 6 likes away.
Just
hit that thumbs
more.
up icon. Look, 6 more likes. The super chat option is missing on my YouTube. Trevor, do you have Venmo? How about that? Trevor, if you have Venmo, sometimes the super chat stuff doesn't work for some people, they hit me up, and I don't know why YouTube does that. But
100 Cent says, how are you guys doing today? We're good. Marsh and I have been super excited to hop on Knicks the entire day. I mean, we're excited to have a party with you guys, and we just crossed over 100 likes.
Shout out to you guys. Let's freaking go.
Let's have a day. Have a day. Knicks live.
Trevor, I just put my Venmo in the chat, at Marsh_G10. Anyone that sends a Venmo will show you love on the stream, and we'll definitely start the party. But let's do it. I know a lot of you guys are ready for the Quentin Grimes room. Okay, so now Reaper Man, who was saying we got to get into the cup, we got to take a shot. So we'll take the shot because we did get to 100 likes, so we'll do that. Dixie says, damn ya hype, what's the news? Hey, man, we're just trying to make a living over here, brother. Woo! All righty. Let's get into news about Quentin Grimes. He's okay, guys. He's okay, but there is injury news to get to. We'll get to that. Pudge says, they got Pat. They got Pat drinking too. I think I was just going to drink up here myself. That's a joke. He's got to drink with me because he's a real one. Let's get into Quentin Grimes news, though, right now. Before we get into the latest news and rumors surrounding the New York Knicks, if you bleed orange and blue and you're ready for the season to come up, because we are a couple weeks away, subscribe to the channel, because I can promise you guys this. No other channel on YouTube is going to put out more content that covers the Knicks than we do. We're going to put out videos every single day. We're going to do post-game live watch parties, and we might even go live for the game. So if you love the Knicks and you're looking for a one-stop shop on YouTube throughout the 2022 NBA season, lock us in, hit that big red button, and help us get to 14,000 subs. You are watching New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. We have some big news to get to coming out of Knicks training camp. And then at the tail end of the show, we're going to touch on Jae Crowder because there's a lot of rumors coming out. Should the Knicks trade for him? I saw one website that does Knicks content says they listed 4 reasons the Knicks should trade for him. I'm going to give you my opinion on if the Knicks should trade for Jae Crowder. But first, let's get to the news of the day. Quentin Grimes did not practice on the second day of Knicks training camp. He was actually in a walking boot at Knicks training camp. Didn't practice on Tuesday or Wednesday. He did practice on Tuesday, but he did not practice today. He was in a walking boot. The Knicks say it's not serious. That's what Ian Begley had to say about the Quentin Grimes injury update. He said, Quentin Grimes practiced yesterday, but did not practice today due to left foot soreness. He's in a walking boot, which is viewed by New York as a precaution. The ailment is currently seen as minor. So, not the biggest news in the world surrounding Quentin Grimes, but it is an injury. And at this point, you got to be a little bit concerned. Some injuries have popped up throughout Quentin Grimes' career. We'll talk about that in a second here. But look, second day of training camp, his foot's sore, and he's already in a walking boot. Not good news for the Knicks if you ask me. Your foot just doesn't get sore because of one day of practice. There's probably something a little bit wrong with his foot, I would say. I'm not a doctor. I don't want to speculate. But I don't want this to be something that hovers over Grimes for the rest of the season. Let's show Quentin Grimes some love because I know a lot of you guys like him. I'm a big Quentin Grimes fan, and the Knicks need him out there. So type 6 in the comment section to show our guy QG some love. The Knicks, they need Quentin Grimes to be healthy this year. He is their best perimeter defender, and he is the guy that I think fits best next to the stars that the Knicks have, like Jalen Brunson and RJ Barrett and Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson. Quentin Grimes is the guy that fits best next to those guys. He's willing to play defense. He's willing to play full court press. He's willing to give it all, his all on the defensive end of the court. He's willing to not shoot a lot of shots, just move on offense, be a floor spacer, and catch it and let it rip from downtown. The Knicks need him out there if they want to reach his true potential and their true potential this year. It's upsetting that Grimes got hurt, and it's upsetting that he got hurt in his rookie season because he started to really get some minutes before he had that shoulder injury. Only averaged 6 points as a rookie, didn't play a lot of minutes, had 0.7 steals per night. But as a rookie, 38% from three is really, really good. 40% from the field, not so good. But 38% from three as a rookie is really, really impressive. And a lot of people are like, why are we so high on a guy that only scored 6 points per game his rookie year? It's because when he got the minutes, when he played more than 20-plus minutes per night, which happened just 15 times during his rookie year, he showed up and he showed out. 12 points per game, a steal and a half, 44% from the field, and 44% from three. What does that tell you? When he gets the burn, when he gets the playing time, when he gets the PT that is needed, he's going to be able to produce. And that's why the Knicks need him out there, because I truly believe he could be one of the Knicks' best players if he's able to stay healthy and get on the basketball court. And he was one of the Knicks' best players when he started the 6 ball games that he did during this past year. He only started 6 games, but he averaged 13.3 points per game, 3.3 rebounds, more than assists per night, and he was great shooting the ball. He's such an efficient basketball player. Doesn't need a lot of shots, doesn't need to put the ball on the deck. He's cool with guarding the other team's best perimeter offensive player, best wing guy, and he's cool with just letting it rip from three, and he does it at a really high percentage, 44% from three. But this is now the second injury that Quentin Grimes has had in his second season in the NBA. Missed a lot of time due to that shoulder injury, or that knee injury, had his knee dislocated. And now, well, I don't think he's going to miss some time, but it's not the best news that he's already in a walking boot in the second day of Knicks training camp. So I want to ask you guys, are you worried about Quentin Grimes' durability? This is the second injury he's had early on in his NBA career. I wouldn't say I'm worried, but I don't want this to become a trend. I don't want Quentin Grimes to be a guy that is a what-if guy. What if he stayed healthy? You know, one of those. I'm not saying that. He will be that. I'm not saying that. But I don't want us to go down that path. So I'll ask you, are you worried about Grimes' durability? Type Y for yes, or you can go down and type N for no. I'm not worried, but I don't want this to become a recurring theme for Grimes. I love the kid. I think he could be a great player in the NBA and a great player for the New York Knicks. Our Real One shirts are selling fast. They're selling like hotcakes. They are flying off the shelves. Get yourself a Real One Knicks Now t-shirt today. Go to chatsports.com/realknicks. It's right there. Chatsports.com/realknicks. And if you get a t-shirt, when it comes in the mail, put it on, take a picture, and send it to me on Twitter @MarshallGreen_, and we'll put you up on the show. So get a shirt, chatsports.com/realknicks. When you put it on, take a picture of it, and we'll send you we'll put it up on the screen, and we'll show you some love on the show. Chatsports.com/realknicks. A lot of people have been hitting me up saying, Marsh, should the Knicks trade for Jae Crowder? He's forcing his way out of Phoenix. Him and the Phoenix Suns have agreed to mutually part ways. He's not going to show up to training camp, and they're both working on a deal, working towards a deal and finding a deal for him to be traded away from the Phoenix Suns. A lot of people, Marsh, should we trade him? There was a site, Knicks content creator site that put out an article saying 5 reasons why the New York Knicks should trade for Jae Crowder. I'll give you my thoughts on if a Jae Crowder trade really makes all that much sense for the New York Knicks. But let's go to what Jae Crowder said on Twitter the other day. He said, "One must seek work where he is wanted, where he is needed. I am thankful for what these past 2 years have taught me. Now I must take on another challenge with continued hard work and dedication. For those of you who closed the door on me, thank you. 99 will be back soon." He's done playing for the Phoenix Suns, no doubt about it. And I think he might fit this play style of the New York Knicks. But this is what Shams Charania had to say about Jae Crowder. He said, "Sources tell me that both the Suns and Crowder are now working towards finding him a trade out of Phoenix. There was rumors that he's upset with the owner, and rightfully so. He doesn't like the culture. He's ready to move on. And that makes a lot of sense for Jae Crowder. But does it make sense for the New York Knicks? I'll start off by saying this. Jae Crowder is a Tom Thibodeau guy through and through. A guy that's willing to play defense for 48 minutes. A guy that ain't scared of nothing. That ain't going to back down, and he's going to play defense in your face all night long. And he can shoot the three. He's a winning basketball player. It seems like every team that makes a finals run now has Jae Crowder on it. The Heat and the Suns. Like, he is a winning basketball player, no doubt about it. But when you think about it from the Knicks' point of view and the way their roster's set up, and we'll show you the roster in a second, there is no need for Jae Crowder on this basketball team. It really makes no sense. The Knicks' identity this year needs to be playing the youth, having those guys get better, give them the minutes they deserve. Adding in Jae Crowder, unless you're going to package a couple of young guys to go get him, which I am completely against, it makes no sense for the Knicks to trade for Jae Crowder. Because when you look at this lineup, you have, and it's probably, it could be Quentin Grimes or it could be Evan Fournier starting at the 2. I have Grimes pictured there because that's just what I want to happen, and I'm trying to speak it into existence. But, look, you already have Reddish. You already have Fournier. You already have Grimes. You already have Toppin. You already have Randall. Because Crowder can theoretically play the 2, the 3, or the 4. He's really a positionless basketball player. He can guard all positions 2 through 4, and he can spot up and shoot threes. It makes sense. I get it. But if you trade for Jae Crowder, that means Quentin Grimes' minutes are going to go down. That means Cam Reddish's minutes are going to go down. That means Obi Toppin's minutes are going to go down. And do we want to give another veteran to Tom Thibodeau that he's going to play 35 minutes per night and take away from the minutes for guys like Reddish, Toppin, and Grimes? No, I don't want to do that. I would not trade for Jae Crowder. I don't think it makes all that much sense. I like Jae Crowder as a player. He can D up. He can shoot the 3. He's a winning basketball player. He has a high basketball IQ. He's always on teams that are good. But I don't think the Knicks have a roster spot or a need for a guy, quite frankly, like Jae Crowder on this roster. But I'll ask you what you think. Because, look, it's not just all about what I say and my opinions. I call you guys real ones because you bleed orange and blue, and I respect the hell out of your basketball opinions. So let me know what you think in the comments. Should the Knicks trade for Jae Crowder? Type T for trade, type P for pass. I'm going with pass. Seeps, what do you think about this?
For the Knicks, I would go pass, too. I think you made a great point. He is a Tibbs guy. Like, he really
100%.
is a Tibbs guy through and through, and you would love to have a 3-and-D guy on the Knicks, but I just think if you're gonna kind of cut off the potential of guys like Obi, even Grimes. I mean, Grimes is almost what you, I guess, hope his final potential.
Play style, absolutely.
Similar to Jae Crowder. So, I don't know. You also still got guys like Cam Reddish, RJ Barrett. There's a lot of guys in that 2 to 4 range for the Knicks. I would say pass, too.
Yeah, like, could you make the argument that it makes the Knicks better? No doubt about it. Because could you have a starting lineup of, let's say, Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, Jae Crowder, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson? Like, that makes sense, right? But it's not all just about winning ball games this year for the Knicks. You have to figure out who Cam Reddish is. You have to find out more about Quentin Grimes. You got to find out who Obi Toppin is. He's 24, and he's entering year 3. I need Quickly playing a lot of minutes. I want Derrick Rose playing a lot of minutes. I want Isaiah Hartenstein playing some minutes at the 5 and the 4. You trade for a guy like Jae Crowder. We know that Tom Thibodeau is going to play the vets.
Yes.
In 2K, I'd do it. It makes sense.
Yes. And plus, I mean, who would you give up? Like,
yeah.
There's no guy in the roster you would even give up just straight up for Jae Crowder right
yeah.
now.
I see some people in the comment section are trade Julius Randle, but no. No, not going to happen for the Knicks. Not going to happen for the Suns. I get some people may want him, but I don't think it makes sense going forward for the New York Knicks. This is a year about development and getting the youth guys and figuring out what they have to offer for the Knicks. I appreciate everybody making New York Knicks Now a part of their day today. Hit me up on Twitter. Give me a follow at @MarshallGreen_. Everybody that follows me from today's video, I'll give you a follow back. Just follow me. Either send me a DM or mention me and be like, yo, Marsh, I came from the Quentin Grimes injury news video, and I'll make sure to give you a follow back. fix this real quick. Give me a sec.
Yeah, so what do you guys think? I don't know. Crowder is, like Marsh said during the cut, he is a guy, anytime there's any team making a playoff run, it just seems like Crowder's on that
Yeah,
team.
like, well, he was on the Heat, I think, right?
Yes.
He was on the Heat. He was on the Suns. Was he on the Bucks one of those years? I feel like he was or something like that.
See, where was he?
I'm about to look it up.
Yeah. I mean, he's played for about 13 different NBA teams now, it feels like.
So he played for the Suns, the Heat, yeah. And the Heat went to the finals. The Suns went to the finals.
He's a winning player.
He's literally a winning basketball player.
Kind of that PJ Tucker, like
Exactly.
those guys, same role, but I don't know, man. I wouldn't give up anybody for Jae Crowder on the Knicks roster because you're gonna get him for one more year. I mean, how old is he right now?
32.
Okay. I mean, and I feel like he's 37.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm right there with you, Charles. I would pass on that. A lot of people are saying, what's up with Quentin Grimes? We already talked about Quentin Grimes, but we'll talk about it again. He did not practice today at training camp. He's in a boot, a walking boot. It's supposedly precautionary for the New York Knicks, but look, it's not good.
No.
Like, it's unfortunate.
You know, it could be one of those things where just he rolled his ankle a little bit.
Yeah.
You just want to take precaution when he's walking around. I mean, I don't know. The fact that there's been no big injury report, I do think it's promising, though.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a long-term thing, but, like, one day of practice and he's already hurt.
Yeah. And plus, if it is an ankle.
They call it foot soreness.
Foot soreness?
Like, what does that mean? That scares me a little bit,
That
to be
does.
honest. Anytime you have a foot injury to an NBA player,
Yes.
it's never good.
Never good.
Especially big man. And I'm not saying Grimes is a big man, but foot injuries are never good. And that's kind of what we're dealing with right now with Grimes.
So, if you guys missed the beginning of the show, Marshall Green, the proud host of New York Knicks Now, he brought in a beer helmet. And I am dying for somebody to make him put it on. He'll show it to you guys in a second. But pretty much it's a football helmet, and he's going to have to put 2 beers or 2 Trulies and finish them, and then he gets to take it off. Here, I'll show you
We'll
guys
put it
right
on.
now.
We'll show them what it is. Because I felt bad that, every time we get a $100 super chat, someone's got to take a beer bomb. But so I bought this helmet, and it works like this. You put two drinks in here, got some Trulies, you put one in here, and you put one in here. Oh, this one's already open, so we'll put this one in there. And you put one in here. And if someone sends in a $100 super chat, I'll keep this on until we finish the drinks. How about, is that fair, Seeps?
Yes.
So, a $100 super chat, we'll put it on. We'll do the beer helmet. I'll wear it until the drinks are gone. But here's our full super chat menu. Every super chat equals a shout out. $10 equals a fireball shot. $50 in supers, which were already there, so I owe a shot. That's 1 fireball shot. Every 100 likes, we'll do a fireball shot. We got 324 people watching right now and only 143 likes. Not good enough. Let's get to 200 likes. Once we do, we'll take a shot. We did cross over $50 in super chats, so I'm going to take a shot. And then an individual $50 super chat, we'll take a tequila shot.
And then shout out to Charles. He said, how you guys doing? We're doing good. It's a good
Shout
day.
out to Charles. Charles, okay, you responded to my DM. Bet. I'm going to send that to my boss once we get off the live stream tonight. He already green-lighted it, said we're going to get you guys a shirt. We had to kind of go back and forth with him for a little bit, but I told him he's a real one, just like Big L. I don't know if he's in the chat. We're going to get Big L a shirt as well because they've been the Super Chat MVPs so far. I would get one for Jason B, but Jason B already got his own shirt. This is the $100 Super Chat list. Charles Pommels is up to 4.5, and the reason it's 4.5 is because he sent a $150 Super Chat one time. I felt like I had to give him that extra half. Jason B, he sent in 2 $100 Super Chats. Big L has sent in two $200 Super Chats. My guy Jack has sent in 1. And Reggie Jones, who I haven't seen in a while.
The silent assassin, though. So
he is a silent assassin. He might be watching right now.
We never know with Reggie. He'll just toss a bomb, no question either. out of nowhere.
100% will happen.
If you're watching, though, ask a question.
Yeah, Reggie, please ask a question in your Super Chat if you're watching. But, hey, there's plenty of spots left on the $100 Super Chat list. If you want to get on it, you got to send in. Rich Rob, you have 100% totaled over 100 bucks. Rich Rob, that's why we're going to pop this question up from you right now because you're real. Don't. Still a little sick, guys. Kind of sucks. But Seeps, Marsh, what do you think about tossing Cam into the fire, into the starting role next to RJ? I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either.
But it's not going to happen.
No, it's not. I don't think Tibbs would just kind of grant him that, just kind of give him that without earning it. If I was the head coach and Quentin Grimes has to miss time, Cam Reddish, Evan Fournier, where I would kind of lean. I may lean Cam Reddish just because of potential, but I don't know. Cam Reddish is one of those guys you just got to see more from. You got to see more consistency, see more of a dog in him. But, yeah, I definitely see what you're saying. I don't hate the idea at all.
Like, there's no question that Cam Reddish has probably the most upside on the team. But Alan Hahn went on Knicks Fan TV with CP the Franchise. Shout out to those guys. One of the best Knicks YouTube channel out there, no doubt about it. Shout out to them. Alan Hahn said that he has heard from people across the league that the reason Cam Reddish did not get minutes when he came to the Knicks is because he didn't earn them. He said that Cam was never the first guy in. He was never the last guy out, which is okay, but if you're coming from a team where you didn't get minutes and you requested a trade, and you get traded to the Knicks, and you're trying to play for a coach like Tom Thibodeau, who is the first guy in and is the first guy out every week, because Tom Thibodeau doesn't have a family. He sleeps at the office. He knows who's coming in late for shots. He knows who's coming in early. And the reports are, according to Alan Hahn, it was never Cam Reddish. And Tom Thibodeau didn't feel like Cam Reddish earned the minutes. And you could say whatever you want about that, but that's just what he said.
You just got to understand the coach you're walking into the building.
Exactly.
I mean, it's Tom Thibodeau. I mean, if we know how Tom Thibodeau's like, I'm sure the guys in the league know how Tom Thibodeau acts. So
100% agree. And it's like, I thought Alan Hahn made a good point, or maybe it was CP, I'm sorry. One of them said that RJ Barrett's your best friend, right? And you just saw him get $120 million guaranteed. Cam Reddish is in a contract year. He is playing for his paycheck. He is playing for his next meal, so to speak, this upcoming year. If that doesn't drive him to be great, to put in the work, then nothing will. And then Alan Hahn made a good point. Does Cam Reddish play basketball because he's good at it and he sees it as a way to make money? Or does he play basketball because he loves it? I think that's a big difference there.
And that could be a growing up thing for him. I mean, he's still 22. He's probably 22, 21.
He's like 22, 23.
So, I mean, there's still, I mean, March, you can relate to growing up, like, in that 22 to 25 range. You really grow up a lot. So,
you do.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, the talent's there with Cam Reddish, definitely.
Rich Rob says, I heard Cam understands that and is on his grind now. He has to be. If he wants to get minutes for Tom Thibodeau, he has to earn those minutes away from the games. Like, go be the best player in practice. Be a guy that's first in, first out.
Be the best defender.
Yes, like show effort. Dive on the ball. Yeah. Dive on the floor. Go get the loose balls. Like, that's what you got to do to earn Tom Thibodeau's respect. It really is.
5 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
Like,
do something. Show a hustle. Because we know Cam Reddish is a hooper. Mm-hmm. We know he can score. We know he can handle. But he's got to get rid of the, I'm too cool to try hard. I'm going to dribble the ball up like we're playing and hooping at Rucker. Yeah. No, you need to play like you're playing for your life. Because he is. He has a chance to go be a 100 millionaire this offseason.
But he also has a chance to be out of the league in 3 years.
Or like a Kevin Knox guy. Go sign a 1-year veteran minimum deal next year. If he doesn't play this year, if he gets hurt, he's not going to get big money next year.
And this is something my dad always told me, actually, because I was normally a shooter growing up. And he always said, like, what do you do on those days where you can't buy a bucket? Because those days are going to come. What other value do you bring to the basketball floor? And I'm sure Tibbs is sitting there thinking, like, all right, if Cam Reddish, if he's just going to act too cool, yes, he can go score 20 on some nights, but what else does he bring to the table besides scoring? Exactly. And that's in the NBA. Not everybody's going to be able to average 20. Even if they can, it's just not going to happen.
And the thing that kind of sucks for Cam is the hardest workers on the Knicks are R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, and Obi Toppin. It's their young guys.
Yep.
They've set that culture. They come in early. After games, they stay late. They work out, and they get shots up. If those guys are doing that and Cam Reddish is like, peace, I'm out. Like, that's not going to work.
Yeah, and people start talking throughout the organization like, oh, did you see Cam left early?
Exactly.
Like,
Tom Thibodeau knows who's working hard because he's the first guy in and he's the last guy out. So, Rich Rob, I don't think he's earned it unless he comes into training camp and is the best player, best shape of his life, and comes in and competes and plays defense and does all that extra stuff. That's what it's going to take for Cam Reddish to crack that starting rotation. But yesterday, Tom Thibodeau said that Evan Fournier right now is the front runner to be the starter. He said that they need shooting at that spot, and that makes sense. But I thought someone made a really good point in the chat yesterday when I did that video. It's not about who starts. It's about who finishes. And I 100% agree. But you cannot have a starting lineup that consistently gets you off to slow starts. And that's kind of what the Knicks had last year. It was their bench unit that always brought it back. It was IQ. It was Derrick Rose. It was Obi Toppin. It was those guys. And you can't have that this year. Just because you start game 1 doesn't mean you're going to start game 82. I get all that. But can Cam Reddish be a finisher for this team? There's an opportunity for that.
Yeah.
He's got to earn it, though.
And you talk about finisher, kind of to the point I was making earlier. End of game situation, if there's 2-3 minutes left, I'm sorry, Cam Reddish, even if you are on the floor, you're probably the fourth option.
Yeah, like Brunson's getting touches above you, Barrett's getting touches above you, and so is Randall.
So you got to find out what else you can bring to the table. And he's got the thing that drives me crazy about guys like him. How tall is he? 6'8"?
6'8".
Dude, if you're not averaging 5 rebounds a game, that's a problem. You have all the intangibles of being an elite defender. Like
7-foot wingspan, 6'8". We know he's crazy athletic. We've seen all that.
Great
no doubt
question,
about
though,
it.
Rich Rob.
Pudge Nice says Cam mentioned all defense today. That should be a goal of his. He should try. Because, look, he's probably learned, I'm not going to crack this rotation by being an offensive guy. That's not how it works with Tom Thibodeau. Knicks already have offensive guys. They paid Jalen Brunson $100 million. They paid R.J. Barrett $100 million. Julius Randle $100 million. Like, you have, like Steve said it perfectly, even if your offense is working, you still have to find other ways to affect the game in a positive way for the New York Knicks. If all you can do is shoot and score and ISO, this isn't the type of team for you. It's that simple.
It seems like his mindset's changed, though, from what Pudge Nice is saying.
Yeah, and I listened to some of the interviews today. I was really busy. I didn't get to listen to every one. But, look, I'm happy that he's accepted that, but talk is cheap.
Yep.
Talk is cheap. How many times did we hear Julius Randle talk last year a good game and he continued to do the same old, same old?
And you can talk all this, but then, hey, what happens when you lose 3 games in a row? Are you going to still stay positive, still stay to that grind, like when times are, rough?
When Tom Thibodeau hits you with 2 DNPs,
yep.
What's going to happen?
When you could have a game where you score 20, but Tibbs thought you didn't bring it defensively. You're playing 5 minutes the next game. How are you going to respond to that?
I want him to be great because if he's great, he's the type of guy that could elevate this team. Because the Knicks need that type of small forward. They need a guy that can D up, that can get buckets, that can push the pace, that meshes well with RJ. Like the peak version of Cam Reddish is the perfect small forward.
Yes.
But he's entering year 4. The word potential is gone. It's what can you do for me now?
You said it last show, Paul George. I understand that's an egregious comparison right now. Nobody is saying that, like, he is Paul George, but his max potential, the way he moves and his just intangible, like his attributes, like his physical attributes, so similar to PG.
Yeah. Tricky Nicky, what up, bro? He said Cam Reddish is just a role player with potential to be a starter, but he has to earn and work for it. 100%, Tricky Nicky. You're right on the head, in the nail on the head there. He's got to earn it. Yeah. He really, really does. We're about to get into a mailbag on the channel where we're going to answer your guys' questions. It's going to be a lot of fun. What'd you say?
I said we could have got a cut out of that.
Yeah, probably could go cut that. It's longer than 8 minutes, might have to.
Yeah, we need some questions, though, guys. I got one in the system right now.
We don't have any questions, so hashtag Knicks or Super Chat. Every Super Chat that comes in, I guarantee we'll get on the mailbag. Every Super Chat that comes in, we'll put it up on the show. Keith Turner says, Fournier just come off of a winning the silver medal. Good luck trying to take that dude out.
I don't really know how much stock they put into that, honestly.
Yeah, like he was one of the best players on one of the best teams in the world, no doubt about it. But it's a completely different game. That offense in France ran through Evan Fournier. Yeah. He's the fourth option now. He can be great. I truly do believe that. If you have a question, none are coming in. Rich Rob didn't put the hashtag with that one.
Yeah, I got that one queued up though, Rich Rob.
If you have a question, just ask it in the comment section and use hashtag Knicks. That way we can pull it up on the screen. We can put it up there. We could talk about it for 5 or 10 minutes. And if you have a question that you want on the screen, maybe a comment, maybe a thought, maybe an opinion, just super chat, and we'll put that up on screen as well. That's the easiest way to get your comment up on screen because every super chat does just that.
Yeah. Lou, great question, but just use hashtag Knicks at the end of it. Just makes it, our system. I've said this a million times to you guys, but it just is easier for us to pull it.
We are 25 likes away from 200 likes. We got 300 plus people watching. Hit that thumbs up icon. Let's go. Let's get to 200 likes. Once we do, I'll take a shot. Hit that thumbs up icon if you haven't yet. Show some love.
Yeah. There you go. Shout out to you, Pulsar. You'll be on there. You'll be on the mailbag.
Pulsar with a question. I appreciate you. Jonathan getting a question
tagging
in there.
Yeah, but they tagged the channel.
I think it should still work.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, cool. Because I think when you do hashtag Knicks, it gives you an option to tag them, and I don't think it's kind of weird on their end.
Yeah, shout out to you.
We
guys
need some more
these in.
questions. Look, if y'all don't want to do the mailbag, we don't have to. We don't have to. King Matthew says silver, huh? Second's the first loser. Second is the first loser. Shout out to Muhammad getting a question in.
Sir.
Shout out to Tricky Nicky getting a question in. All righty. Keith Turner says they won gold last year.
And also the international game, it's totally different than the NBA. I mean, the international game is way more physical. The rules are, they're not night and day. If you're watching the game, it looks pretty similar, but the hand check overseas, it is so much harder to score in the overseas game compared to the NBA regular season. It's like NFL regular season compared to NFL preseason. That's how much of a difference it is. But Get those questions in there. Danny almost had it. You just put the hashtag to the left of the Knicks.
Yeah, just delete the hashtag in there.
Smash
Shout out to Lou getting the question in. Shout out to Jonathan. Shout out to Rich. All right, we got enough. If you want to guarantee your spot on the mailbag, you got a super chat. Let's hit that social in the mailbag of Mike Breen. We'll use it as a comment driver. Steven Vargas, what up, man? Shout out to you. Guys, we're 18 likes away. Hit that thumbs up icon if you haven't yet. Show some love. It's a thumbs up icon right underneath the video. Hit that. Helps us go a long way and push this video to more Knicks fans. Well, let's do it. Let's get into a Knicks mailbag right now. If you have a question, hashtag Knicks, or if you want to guarantee your spot on the show, go ahead and super chat. You are watching New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. If you want to get your question up on the show, make sure you're subscribed. It's the only way we're going to put questions up on, because we only put questions up from subscribers. It's that easy. We just want to show love to the people that show love to us. So if you want your question featured on the next New York Knicks mailbag, go down right now and hit that big red button. This first one coming in from a real one, Rich Rob. What up, homie? He says, do you think his teammates have any responsibility to push Cam? I ask because if we can unlock Cam, it's out of this world. These are all curious questions. I agree with you. I think if Cam Reddish reaches his maximum potential, he is the type of guy that the Knicks need on this roster. A 6'8" wing that could score all three levels. Tough shot taker, tough shot maker. He can get to the rim. He can push the ball in the fast break. He's shown the ability to be a good defender, but he has to go out and do it. We're entering year 4 now for Cam Reddish. It's the days of potential are out of the door. It's time for Reddish to get there now. Do I think his teammates have any responsibility to push him? Absolutely. RJ Barrett should be doing everything he can as a leader of this team to make Cam Reddish great. That's what good leaders do. They get the best out of their teammates. And the fact they went to college together, they're boys, they're teammates once again, I bet RJ Barrett pushes Cam Reddish. And if I'm Cam Reddish and I just saw RJ Barrett get $100 million and I'm in a contract year about to enter free agency, I am doing everything I can to get a big contract. Let's hope he's doing that because, look, if he's great, that means the New York Knicks are going to be great this year, no doubt about it. Mohammed, what up, man? Who should we trade between Grimes, Fournier, or Cam? It will not make sense to keep all three if they don't all get minutes. I'm right there with you. You have a log jam at this roster off the bench. If I was the general manager, I would try to move off Fournier because we know who Fournier is at this point. He's damn near a 30-year-old shooting guard who can get buckets and not really do much on the defensive end. He can shoot the hell out of the ball. He can black out and get white hot like he did against the Celtics all last year. But it's the inconsistencies with Evan Fournier that's kind of upsetting a little bit. One night he goes for 40, the next night he goes for 0, the next night he goes for 20, then the night after that he goes for 5. We need a more consistent piece in the starting lineup. And if you trade a guy like Fournier, and maybe you trade him Fournier and 2 seconds for a first, or Fournier and something else for a pick, because you don't want to get a player back in a trade for Fournier. If you trade Fournier, that means Grimes is going to get more minutes, and that means Cam's going to get more minutes. And I know all of you want to see both those guys get more minutes. I was the general manager. I would choose to trade Fournier out of these three. But I'll ask you guys the question. If you had to pick one guy to trade, who would it be? Type 6 for Quentin Grimes, type 13 for Evan Fournier, or 0 for Cam Reddish, his new jersey number. Pick one of those guys to trade. 6 for Grimes, 13 for Fournier, or 0 for Cam Reddish. Tricky Nicky, bro, I hope you're having a good day. Good to see you in the chat as always. If Randall doesn't perform well, starting with Jalen Brunson, do you see an opportunity for Obi to start, say, after 30 games? I honestly don't, man. I don't think the Knicks would ever bench Julius Randle as a sixth man because when you do that, that lowers his value. And we know that the Knicks have looked into trading Julius Randle. And someone made a really good comment yesterday in yesterday's video when we talked about Evan Fournier starting. They said, remember, this team values value. And if you say Evan Fournier is going to come off the bench, that's going to lower his value. The Knicks are going to do everything to repair the trade value of Evan Fournier. They're going to do everything they can to repair the trade value of Julius Randle with the hope that they become better basketball players and find their groove. And if that's the case, you keep him on the team, no doubt about it. I don't think there's a way for Julius Randle to be a sixth man on this team. Does it make sense, in my opinion? Yeah, because I think Obi Toppin sometimes is a better basketball player and does more to help this team win than Julius Randle. But I just don't see Tom Thibodeau moving on from Julius Randle, especially moving him from the starting lineup to the bench. But I'll ask you guys this question because I know a lot of you don't want Julius Randle on the Knicks. So I'll ask you, what is your number one Julius Randle trade destination? If he were to be traded, who is the team that would trade for him? I think it's a really good question, so I'll ask it to you guys. What is Julius Randle's number one trade destination? I think Randle's going to have a good year, has a point guard now to play with, but if the Knicks trade him, what's your number one Randle destination? Jonathan Kwan, what up, man? Who will be the breakout candidate this year for the Knicks? I have two guys, Julius Randle and Cam Reddish. Those guys are the guys that have to break out. Can Julius Randle get back to being that most improved player that he was in 2020? I think Randle, look, he had a great year in 2020, had a terrible year in 2021. He's got to meet in the middle somewhere. Can he be a 18, 10, and 5 guy and shoot 45% from the field and 36% from 3? I think that's doable. And I think with a point guard like Jalen Brunson and a point guard like Derrick Rose and a point guard like Emmanuel Quickley, the deepest the Knicks have been at point guard in God knows how long, I think that there's an opportunity for Julius Randle to bounce back. Why can he not He's in the best shape of his life. I think he's truly recharged. I think his head is where it needs to be. He's saying all the right things at media day. I know I don't want to buy too much into that. Talk is cheap and all that. I stand on that. But I do think there's an avenue where Randall can be a great basketball player again. He was so special that year in 2020. The 2021 year makes a lot of us forget that. I've been the leader of trade Julius Randle. But I think I've said this for the past couple of months now. I want to see how he plays with Jalen Brunson. I want to see how he plays with the true point guard. So I'll say Julius Randle and Cam Reddish are my breakout candidates this year for the New York Knicks. Shout out to El Cid. Marshall, what lineup do you see as a second team? Like the bench unit?
Yeah.
We'll answer it like this. It sounds like Fournier may start, but I have Quentin Grimes pictured because that's what I want to happen, and I'm going to talk it into existence. But look, you got Quickly, you got Rose, you got Reddish, you got Grimes, you got Toppin, Hartenstein, and Sims. All those guys are going to need to get minutes coming off of the bench. The first 5 off the bench, if I had to say, will probably be Quickly, Rose, Grimes, Toppin, and Hartenstein. I think those are going to be the first 5 off the bench. Quickly, Rose, Grimes, Toppin, and Hartenstein. I think Reddish is out of the 10-man rotation to start unless he comes into training camp and plays defense. Look, we all know Cam Reddish has the ability to be great. It's just time for him to do it. I just said I think he's my breakout candidate, but to break out, you got to get the minutes. You got to break out of the bench. You got to break out of those DMPs. He has the potential to do it. He's got to earn it. Tom Thibodeau is an earn-it type of coach, except when it comes to Julius Randle, Alec Burks. Those guys, they unfortunately don't have to earn it. How about this, though? If you're ready for the regular season, we're like 3 weeks away. Game 1's on October 19th, my birthday. We're going to be live on the channel for that game. That's going to be fun. If you're ready for the season, like the video right now. Hit that thumbs up icon if you're ready to see the orange and blue and the New York Knicks back at Madison Square Garden. Charles Pommels, the realest of the real. What up, homie? He says, I want to hear your stat prediction right now. All right, for the Knicks this year. Players, and do you think Mitchell Robinson will take some threes this year? Okay. I'll do my best here. Let's start with a point guard, Jalen Brunson. Let's get 23 and 7 from Jalen Brunson. 23 points, 7 assists. Let's move on to, I think Fournier is going to start now after Thibodeau said that. Can I get 14 points from Fournier shooting 37% from 3? I think it's doable. Can RJ Barrett go 21 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists, and shoot 45% from the field and 36% from 3? Be a more efficient player. I don't need his points per game to go up. I need his efficiency to go up. Can I get 18, 8, and 4 from Julius Randle on 45% from the field and 36% from 3? Can I get 10 and 10 from Mitchell Robinson? I'd love that. Quickly, can I get 12 points from Quickly? Can I get 12 points from Derrick Rose? Can I get 9, 10 points from Quentin Grimes? Can we get 10 and 8, 11 and 8, 12 and 8 from Obi Toppin? Like, those are what I'm looking for. I think those are all best case scenario. Kind of just a rough estimate there. But I think for sure Jalen Brunson's going to average over 20 points per game this year. I think he's going to replace the engine of this offense. It's no longer going to be Julius Randle. It's going to be Jalen Brunson. And I don't see Mitchell Robinson shooting threes this year, Charles. I know he always posts those videos, but Tom Thibodeau's telling him, stick your big ass on the block, catch lobs, offensive rebounds, and just hang out in that dunker spot. Those are my rough stat predictions for the New York Knicks. Charles, good question, bro. Francisco, what up, bro? We should keep D Rose safe till playoffs start, 15 to 20 minutes before the playoffs. In the playoffs, 25 to 30 minutes. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think that's about right. We all know Tom Thibodeau is going to shorten up his rotation if this team makes the playoffs. But I don't want Derrick Rose playing more minutes than Emmanuel Quickly. Emmanuel Quickly should be the first guard off the bench this year. That's what I want to see. Look, Derrick Rose is a baller. So back at his rookie weight this year. I think he's really going to play good basketball this year. We just need him to stay healthy. If he stays healthy, he's going to be a difference maker. That's what he's been since he got to the New York Knicks. I want Quickly, though, to be the first guard off the bench. Thank you, Francisco. Speaking of D Rose, let's show our guy number 4, Derrick Rose, some love. Drop a rose in the comments because he's the rose that rebloomed in the garden with the New York Knicks. It seemed like his career was over when he left the Knicks and he went to the Cavs. Seems like it was over then. Then he got traded to the Jazz and got bought out. Then he went and played with the Timberwolves, dropped that 50-piece. Then he got to the New York Knicks and he found a home. Drop a rose in the comments to show our guy Derrick Rose some love in the comments section. Danny Becker, what up, bro? If the Knicks don't make the playoffs this season, do you think we should consider firing Tibbs? It's a good question. Is this roster good enough to make the playoffs, though? You can't make lemonade out of a pile of shit. Like that's, and I'm not saying this roster is a pile of shit, but it's tough to make that happen. But I'll say this. If Derrick Rose has a great season, plays all 82 games, and Julius Randle comes back and has a good season, this team should compete in the Eastern Conference. It 100% should. If you get that most improved player season from Julius Randle, and you get that same season that you had from Derrick Rose when he got traded from the Detroit Pistons, you added to Jalen Brunson. Another year of development for R.J. Barrett. Another year of development for Quickly and Toppin. Another year for Mitchell Robinson. You got to expect the Knicks to compete. If they don't make the playoffs, I don't think Thibodeau's on the hot seat. And I don't think the Knicks will ever fire Tom Thibodeau. I think when the time comes for the Knicks to move off of Tom Thibodeau, I think he's going to the front office. There's too much respect between Leon Rose and this front office with the Tom Thibodeau. 2-time coach of the year. They always talk about it. There's no way that the Knicks fire Tom Thibodeau. We do have some news to get to, and I want to end it on this. Mike Breen, the Knicks announcer for Madison Square Garden and MSG and ESPN, Mike Breen lost his home in a fire on Sunday. The reports are everyone is okay, and that is the best news. I want to do this. Before we get out of here on this video and this cut, let's all type bang in the comment section for our guy Mike Breen. Coin the phrase, 3-point ball, Carmelo, bang! We all know what Mike Breen does. I want everyone to type bang in the comment section right now. Let's show Mike Breen some love. Bang! Shout out to Mike Breen, bro. I think he's the best announcer that calls basketball games. And the fact that he's a Knicks fan and he still does Knicks games, even though he has an ESPN job and he calls the NBA Finals every year and he still does Knicks games, he bleeds blue and orange. Type bang in the comments for our guy Mike Breen. Shout out to Tricky Nicky, Steven Vargas, Jeremiah, Hal Roy, King Matthews, Keith Turner, Derek, Monty, what up, bro? Charles Palmels, El Cid, Jeremiah, William, King Matthews, Joe Curry, OG. Charles, did you change your profile picture? Because there's another Charles Palmels in here. There's a Charles Palmels and there's a Charles Palmels Jr. Is there a Charles Palmels burner account in here? Charles, what's going on here?
Yeah, Charles, you got a imposter. That's my dad.
That's my dad. Let's go. Shout out to the Palmels. The Palmels boys.
Yes.
That's lit.
That's awesome.
That's
so we got,
awesome.
How many families do we have?
We got the Rich Rob fam.
The Rich Rob fam.
The Palmels family.
The Palmels fan.
That's awesome.
Go.
Let's go.
Oh, Charles is in Florida. So, yeah, prayers up to you.
Prayers up to you, Charles. Hope you guys are doing okay.
Yeah.
Man, that's an unfortunate situation. Are you good, Charles? Are you good?
You in a safe area right now?
Yeah. Are you good? Let me know.
Like Bron and Bronny. Charles Palmels Jr. Charles Palmels.
Yeah. Salute to the Palmels.
Salute.
He says we are good.
All right, that's good.
Ian says stop, bro, with the rumors. Well, Ian, this is a Knicks News and Rumors channel, so we're not going to stop. We don't invent rumors, though, and we don't report rumors. We react to rumors, so...
Charles Palmels Jr. is saying I'm good, but my dad is in the storm.
So,
is Mr. Palmels in trouble?
Yeah, is Mr. Palmels okay? We do have a super chat menu. We just got to 200 likes, so I'm going to take a shot. Shout out to you guys. Every super chat is a shout out. We'll put you up on screen. But he's good. But he's good.
Right,
okay.
We're good.
Good for you guys.
We
Glad
just
you're
got to check
okay.
in on our guys.
Yeah. 200 likes. Shout out to you guys. Woo.
Saw the JP DeBoss. He says, y'all make my workday more enjoyable. Thanks. Love to hear stuff
JP,
like
shout out to you, bro. That's mad love. Look, that's dope. El Cid says, shot. Every time we get to 100 likes, we'll take a shot. We just got to 200. Every time we get to $50, we'll take a fireball shot. We're currently at $60 in Super Chat, so we're $40 away. If we get a $50 Super Chat, we'll bring out the tequila. Unfortunately, we'll have to mix tequila and whiskey, and that usually gets me pretty faded. And a $100 Super Chat, I thought this was going to bring one in, to be honest. It might still. $100 Super Chat, we put on the beer helmet, put a beer in here, put a beer in here, and I got to wear the helmet until I drink the entire both beers. So, y'all want to see that happen? We'll do that. $100 Super Chat, and we'll put on the beer helmet. I kind of want to put it on, to be honest. But the bosses said we can't just do it for free.
Can't do
Blame the bosses.
It's not for free.
All right, we're going to get into another mailbag.
So if I missed your question, that's on me. We'll get it going again. Wait, there was actually something that I saw that hold on. You're going to like this, Marsh.
If you want to get on the next mailbag, use hashtag Knicks in the comment section. Where's the boot slinger TJ? He's here.
He's an expensive, should we call it a price for him right now?
If someone sends in $100, he'll
He's
do
doing
it. But we'll also, how about this? If you send in $100, you can choose for TJ to do the boot, or we could do the beer helmet, whatever you guys want. Yeah, El Cid, the whiskey and tequila combination, it's not good, but it gets you where you need to be. It gets the people going.
Great question, Steven. We'll get to that very soon.
OG's got a question. Steven's got a question. Get your questions in, and we'll answer them. We'll do that. Hashtag Knicks. Look, if y'all don't want us to do another mailbag, we'll get out of here early. Call it an early night here on Knicks Now. We've only been live for an hour and 7 minutes, and you guys are already... Where's the energy?
Fourth quarter.
We're a week away from training camp or preseason basketball. Preseason basketball.
Who are you most excited to watch during preseason, Marsh?
Brunson.
Brunson?
Yeah.
All right, come on. Different answer besides
I'm
Brunson.
so ready to watch Brunson play basketball for the Knicks. I want to see Obi.
Yeah.
And I want to see Randall.
Yeah.
I want to see what Randall looks like.
Think Tibbs is going to be running the guys 40 minutes during preseason
He
basketball?
probably will. Hopefully not, though. Yeah, JJ Tibbs already sapped our energy with the Fournier and Cam news. Come on, guys. There's a lot of reasons to be excited for the Knicks this year. Seriously.
It's just, well, wait, why? Did Tibbs say Fournier's?
He said he's the front runner to start. But look, if you come out and you say on day one of training camp that Fournier's coming off the bench and you're trying to trade him, why would a team that lowers his trade value? The Knicks are trying to up the value of Fournier and Randall. How do you do that? You got to play them. You got to have them up their value.
And plus, you guys know Tibbs is a big earn-it guy. He's not just going to hand it over to Grimes or Cam Reddish when Fournier. I mean, he's got a pretty.
He's a vet.
And he's done a lot of good in the NBA. He's a really solid two-guard. So I think maybe after 20 or so games. Muhammad, great question. Get to that soon. Keep them coming. Once we get a couple more in, we can hop into it.
Ask a question, or if you have a comment, or you just want your thoughts heard, you think my haircut sucks. It's how Tricky Nicky said I needed a haircut. I don't think I need one yet.
Oh, you're still faded up on the side a little bit.
Yeah. I think it still looks pretty good.
Oh, looks good.
Pretty good. Tricky Nicky, though, thanks for keeping me honest. I usually I try to go 3 weeks in between cuts.
Yeah.
When I go a whole month, it looks like shit.
Yeah.
Because it kind of just grows out. My hair doesn't grow long. It just chia pets and grows out.
Yeah. Abdiel Lopez, D Rose. He's playing at 195 right now.
He is.
When was the last time D Rose played at 195? Anybody know? It was his MVP season. So I'm super excited to watch D Rose and Tibbs throw it back for the 5th straight year.
Francisco says, bro, let it grow long. You see this widow's peak in the cowlicks I got? That shit's so fresh.
You could kind of get the Herbert
flow
back going.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
What do you guys think? We should put a price on Marshall growing his hair out. Like, we hit like a certain super chat menu every single live show. You're not allowed to cut your hair or shave your beard.
That'd be brutal.
That would be awesome.
That would be brutal. Charles, do I need another cut? Should I go to get a haircut this weekend? I think, look, people are probably like, bro, line it up in the front. I got it lined up like one time in 3rd grade, and I fucking hated it. I hated it. I thought it looked terrible. This is me. This is me. The widow's peak. That's me. I can't. That would be like LeBron James getting his hairline put back to like a reasonable thing.
Like he did that one year?
And it looked terrible.
I swear to God, yeah. Oh, Danny, you almost had that question. Put the hashtag next to the Knicks, and you got it. You got it.
Do I need another fresh fade? Rich Rob says yes.
What is
Marshall looks like Tom Hanks in Castaway. Is that even accurate? Go to a Dominican barber shop, you're going to come out fresh.
I've never been to a Dominican barber shop.
My guy hooks me up. Gives me a nice fade. I walk out of there and the biddies are all over me. I'm like trying to get to my car like, yo, hands off, hands off. It ain't free. Think you can just get me for free?
Rich Rob, where is the Robinson family and Flea and Melinda? Where are you guys going to be at?
Yeah, where's the – how come we didn't get an invite? I thought we were fam.
Whoa.
I thought we were fam.
I didn't even think about that.
The biddies, Monty, they love me. They can't keep their hands off this widow's peak, bro. They love it.
Yeah. Rich Rob, who says me and Marsh weren't going to meet you down somewhere?
Honestly, Rich, kind of disappointed. Kind of disappointed.
Come on, Rich. I know Melinda and Flea would have included us on this trip.
Look like Tony C? What does that mean?
Tony C? Now you guys have Marsh thinking about his hair too much.
I look fresh.
Yeah, he looks good right
These hoes love me. Shave the sides and see how the top looks by itself. I kind of do that.
Yeah.
I kind of do that. A little 5 on top, low bald fade. I just say, make me look nice. On a cruise. That's awesome. It was a surprise. It's her fault. That's acceptable. That's acceptable. I actually don't. I need to update my passport. I'm kind of slacking.
Yeah, I don't even know if I have a passport, so.
Charles said, we got so many Charleses in here.
Seriously.
Charles Nardone says, love the show. Thanks for the content. That's awesome.
Shout out to you.
If it were more rounded, Marsh be looking like Jim Carrey and Dumb and Dumber. That's rough. That's brutal.
Tricky.
I think they got me messed up. They think it's because of the headset.
Yeah.
It's a good look.
No, yeah, it is a good look.
Here right now, so this probably isn't helping my case.
Yeah, get those questions in there where we're still talking about Marsh's hair.
Marquise Robertson getting a question. Appreciate you. We can just turn this into the roast of Marsh if we want. I'm cool with that.
Violation.
I'm cool with that. Violation.
There you go, Danny. Now
Danny's got his question in. He's figuring it out. That away, baby. That away.
That's pretty funny.
Kind of upset that no one has. Do we need to lower it?
75.
Monty, why?
Monty.
I know. I thought I come on this piece looking super fresh, biddies all on me, and you guys are knocking the swag. I got the fresh kicks on today too. The Georgetown dunks. I'm a sneakerhead.
Those are nice. I just took a look.
Do I show the camera?
I think you have to.
You guys are hating on the cut, so I got to show the kicks.
Show the kicks. These are fresh.
The Georgetown dunks, the Pat Ewings, as I call them. Come on. Charles, Tricky Nicky, rate the kicks. Rate the kicks. If you're not saying 10, just leave the stream. These are like a year old, too, and I'm keeping them fresh. What white guy do you know does that?
Yeah. If you guys see my Air Forces right now, they look like they've been through Vietnam.
Monty says 10 out of 10. Tricky Nicky says 11. Let's go. Respect. The cut might not be there, but the kicks are always heat.
Yeah, Tricky wasn't feeling Marsh's hair, but
Charles says, oh, that's a 10. Damn right it is. That's why the biddies love me.
Kicks are crispy, bro.
Shout out to OG. OG showing love. I call them the Pat Ewings. That's what I call them.
Yeah.
I usually don't wear them to work, but today felt like a Ewing day.
Tricky Nicky, how you feeling about your Wolverines this Saturday against Iowa, by the way?
L. Sid said sneakers, thumbs up. OG Charles, Big C, says 10. I like it.
Yeah, OG.
They're loving the kicks.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was embarrassing.
That was. I just
you guys
cheaped
just
a
saw
layup.
Marsh smoke a layup over
I just smoked a layup. Jeff says we need a super chat to get Marsh a new barber. I think it's because they think of the widow's peak.
It looks good. You guys.
They're hating on my cut. All right, who has a better haircut, me or Jeremy? Put us full screen.
Marsh or his little brother?
We need this for a second. I'll give it back to you.
I have headset here.
I've got a clean cut.
He's got a clean.
Mine is still pretty heat.
Bro, I got the crispy edges right now. You don't want to do this.
But he has Adidas kicks on like he's about to go coach gym.
Bro, we're not talking about my kicks. We're talking about the.
We were talking about the kicks though.
Bro, that's a right angle right there.
You have the widow's peak a little bit.
I mean a little bit, but
It's not nearly as nice as mine.
I get chopped up every 2 weeks. So.
See, I'm a 3-week guy, mainly because I don't have time for that. Charles says, yo, I'm dead. Let's ride. We're here to inform and entertain. Twins. A real one's hat? I'm freaking dead. Did you see this one that I just put through? Both of them have hairlines that look like they were breastfed until they were 10. Talk hoops. Oh my God, that's a body. That's a body. Honestly, I'm here to take it. Wow, Muhammad says Jeremy's got a better cut. Thing is, I slay way more than Jeremy. Monty, yeah, boo. Boo that man. Monty, you got my back. You saw I was rocking the dunks. Come on. Monty's my hype man. Fuck, he bodied me. Breastfed till I was 10? That's brutal. He did. But he's a Rockets fan. All right. Bill's a real one. He had that haircut coming out of the womb. I was bald as shit coming out of the womb. But the thing is, I'm going to have a head of hair till I'm like 60. And I bet half of you MFers that are watching this right now are balding and wish you had a head of hair like me. You guys are all probably balding. Especially you, Muhammad, for voting for Jeremy. That one hurt. That one hurt, Muhammad. I thought you were my guy, Muhammad. Bill Norris says, and you don't answer. Well, Bill, I think you're not live because you're typing real one, and we haven't done a real one roll call in a while. But it's okay. Charles says I got locks. Yeah. Honestly, should I get dreads? Nah. Yeah, no dreads for me. I'm not fresh enough to wear dreads. El Cid said bald, so true. I knew some of you guys were bald. Yeah, should I go get the Jimmy Butler dreads? Because those aren't real. Is that a violation? Probably not right for me to ask this, but I'll ask Charles Jr. Charles, is it lame that Jimmy Butler essentially got weave to get dreads? Like, that's what it is. CPJ, that's what I'm calling him, CPJ. CPJ. Is the Jimmy Butler hair extensions out of pocket? I think it is. I think it's out of pocket. I'd yank on it.
If he like puts it up, like he's got like the who is the dude the Spurs drafted?
Oh, Lonnie Walker.
Lonnie Walker's hair when he was coming out.
Okay, Charles says a lot of people do it to start locks. See, I'm not educated on the locks, so maybe it's my fault. All right, let's get into
Yeah,
let's get into a mailbag. Let's get into a
After
mailbag.
Top Junkie, just
Hashtag Knicks or Super Chat to get on the mailbag. Let's do it. Welcome into New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. We're about to get into a mailbag where we answer your guys' questions. If you want your question answered on the next Knicks mailbag, it's an easy thing you got to do. Go hit that big red button. Subscribe to New York Knicks Now. Help us get to 14,000 subs on the channel. Subscribe, and we'll see you on the next mailbag. Shout out to El Cid. What up, bro? He says, can we see Quickly possibly winning Sixth Man of the Year? Yeah, I'm still laughing from earlier. It's a chance, right? I mean, if he's going to probably be the sixth man for Emmanuel Quick. He will be the sixth man for the Knicks. And if he comes out and is one of the best six men in the NBA, absolutely he could win the sixth man of the year. He's got to be more efficient, though. He has to play like he did in the second half of the season compared to the first half. Second half, he shot like 45% from the field and almost 40% from three. He can't be a sub 40% shooter from the field and a sub 35% shooter from three. Sometimes he goes through those long, cold streaks of games to game. He needs to be an efficient player this year and a consistent player. If he's more efficient and more consistent, he's absolutely going to be in the running for the sixth man of the year. Because remember, the guy that played the most fourth quarter minutes for the Knicks last year was Emmanuel Quickly. I don't know if that's going to happen this year with Brunson, but he's going to get a lot of minutes, no doubt about it. Let's show Emmanuel Quickly some love. Let's type 5 in the comment section. A guy that's a gym rat. He's first guy in, last guy out. He's getting up shots. He skipped Christmas with the family to get shots up. This dude just breezes basketball, and he bleeds orange and blue. Type 5 in the comment section. One of the most likable Knicks ever. He just plays with the swag and the New York heart. Type 5 in the comments. Let's show Emmanuel Quickly some love. Shout out to JJ. What teams from playoffs are playing last year can we realistically jump over this season? Producer Seeps isn't going to like this, but I think the Bulls for sure. The fact that Lonzo Ball is probably going to miss the remainder of the season. The Bulls without Lonzo were an under 500 team record-wise. And that's going to hurt because he's one of the best perimeter defensive guards in the league. And I thought he really was an engine to that offense and that team in general. Let me look up the standings real quick. I think the Bulls are a team that's going to take a step back this year in the East, and that's really just because I think that they're going to miss Lonzo. Like, they really are. When you lose your starting point guard, it really has a whole effect on your team. I also think, and we got a Heat fan in here as well, I think the Heat are going to take a step back because when you continue to stay the same team over and over again, the Heat didn't get any better this offseason. They got worse. They lost P.J. Tucker. I think the Heat and I think the Bulls are two teams that are going to take steps back in the East this year, and I think we could jump over them, no doubt about it. And it's F the Heat. Type F the Heat in the comments right now. Suck it, Rolly. Shout out to Muhammad, even though he grilled my haircut and my widow's peak. He said, this is MSG. Where can we pull in stars, but we always fall short? We have picks and young players to trade. Why is it so hard to trade for another star? Because to trade for a star, one's got to be available. You're probably talking about the Donovan Mitchell deal. Look, if it was true that they wanted RJ and they wanted Quentin Grimes and they wanted 3 unprotected first-round picks, I'm glad we didn't pull the trigger on that trade. That's absolutely way too much to trade. I'll tell you this, though. The next time a star becomes available, the Knicks are not going to have any excuse to miss out on him. They're going to have to go all in because at some point, you have to consolidate this roster and you have to consolidate these assets. You have 11 players on this team that are younger than 26. You have 4 first-round picks coming up next year. You have 7 first-round picks over the next 3 years. You're not going to draft 7 players. There's no intention for the Knicks to do that. They got those picks to trade those picks for a superstar. My guess, it's going to be Devin Booker. That's the guy that's going to become available soon. I think the Suns have peaked in the West. Chris Paul has father time pulling on his jersey. And the whole thing with the owner stuff is at a place where people really want to play basketball. I think Devin Booker is going to be the next guy the Knicks go after. And he's a CAA guy. We all know it's CAA Mafia at Madison Square Garden. Be like the real ones out there and get yourself a New York Knicks Now Real One t-shirt. It's swaggy. It fits good. You rep Chat Sports, and you get to rep the channel. Be a real one. Go to chatsports.com/real Knicks. That's chatsports.com/real Knicks. I'll put that link in the comments and description of today's show. And if you get a shirt, when it comes in, throw it on, take a picture, send it to me on Twitter or Instagram at @MarshallGreen_, and we'll put it up on the show. Danny Becker, what up, bro? He says, you think that if Tibbs plays the young guys and the Knicks don't make the playoffs, he has an excuse. But if he does what he wants to do and they don't make the playoffs, then that's on him. Okay, so you think that if Tibbs plays the young guys and the Knicks don't make the playoffs, he has an excuse. He does. He does have an excuse. But that's not what Tibbs is going to do. He's going to coach this roster to win basketball games. That's what Leon Rose said in his interview on Madison Square Garden. He said he has carte blanche over this roster. His job is to win games. But if he does what he wants to do and they don't make the playoffs, then that's on him. I agree with that. If he goes with the vets and they suck and he plays Randall 40 minutes and he plays Derrick Rose a lot of minutes. But look, guys, there's really not that many vets on this team. When you look at the roster on screen, R.J. Barrett, 22 years old. Jalen Brunson, 26. Mitchell Robinson, 24. Quentin Grimes, like 22. Quickly's like 22. Reddish is like 22. Toppin's like 24. Hartenstein and Sims are younger than 25. There's no real vets on this roster anymore. The only vets are Fournier, who's like 30, and Randall's like 27, and he's the vet. There's not really a lot of vets for him to play anymore. The only vet that you really can be mad about is Fournier playing a lot of minutes, but he's one of the best shooters in basketball. So, yeah, I get what you're saying, no doubt about it, but there's just really not a lot of vets for him to play anymore. He has no choice but to play the young guys, and I can't wait to see that. Shout out to Muhammad. D-Rose off the bench and trade EQ. IQ? Emmanuel Quickley? No, I ain't trading Emmanuel Quickley. Do you mean Evan Fournier? Yes, you trade Evan Fournier, but no, you do not trade Emmanuel Quickley. Why would I trade Emmanuel Quickley to play Derrick Rose? That's working backwards. Derrick Rose, love him. He's one of my favorite players to watch, but I'm not trading Emmanuel Quickley to give Derrick Rose more minutes. A guy that, as much as we love him, has a long injury history, and he's 34, and he's coming off ankle surgery where he just played 26 games last year. If you mean Evan Fournier, yes, I would trade Evan Fournier, no doubt about it, but no, I'm not trading Emmanuel Quickley so Derrick Rose can get more minutes. I appreciate everybody that subscribed to New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports, all 13,600 of you guys. Let's keep the army growing. We're the fastest growing Knicks channel on YouTube. We've doubled our subscriber count in the past 4 months, and I want to continue to do that. So if you love the Knicks and you're looking for a one-stop shop on YouTube, go down right now, hit that big red button. We put out videos every single day. JP, the boss. Boss. Are the Knicks better than what most people think? I think so. I think a lot of people think the Knicks aren't even a team that compete for a play-in spot. Was that Michael Wilbon? Wilbon said the Knicks are not a play-in team. He said even if the Knicks traded for Donovan Mitchell, they wouldn't be a play-in team. It's just the easy thing to do to hate on the Knicks, right? Knicks for clicks. Yeah, I think the Knicks are a team that are on the border of being a playoff or a play-in team. It all depends. Is Randall going to be good this year? Is Derrick Rose going to be healthy? Is Brunson going to live up to the hype? Is Robinson going to take a step? Is Fournier going to be good again? Is R.J. Barrett going to take a step? There's a lot of stuff that's going to factor into it. But at the end of the day, yes, I think the Knicks are better than a lot of people think. Remember, the Knicks were just the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference back in 2021. They've added Jalen Brunson. They're a much better team than they were then. Last question from Muhammad. Randall and a first for Ayton and Crowder, bro. What do you think? I think the Suns hang up on you and block your number. Would I do the trade? Absolutely. What's the point of getting DeAndre Ayton, though, when you already paid Mitchell Robinson 4 years and $60 million? You don't need another center that's, what, didn't Ayton get the max from the Suns? So you're going to be paying your backup center $60 million. You also paid Isaiah Hartenstein 3 years, $24 million. Or was it 2 years and $16 million? It's $8 million per. I don't remember if it was a 2 or 3 year deal. Sorry for that, guys. But no, I don't think it makes a lot of sense. I get where you're going with the Crowder thing because he is on the trade market. There's rumors that there's going to be a Crowder trade, him and the Phoenix Suns have agreed to work towards the trade. That's what Shams Charania said on the rally the other day. He said, sources tell me that both the Suns and Crowder are now working towards finding a trade for him out of Phoenix. He's not going to show up to training camp. And also, remember the last time the Knicks played the Suns? Mitchell Robinson made DeAndre Ayton's daddy was Mitchell Robinson. That's what I'm trying to say. Mitchell Robinson dominated him. It was like, wait, that's the guy that was the number 1 pick? That's the guy that's going to get the max salary? And Mitchell Robinson gave him that work. I'm cool with Robinson. I don't need DeAndre Ayton. But maybe you guys do want Jae Crowder on this team. So I'll ask you, do you think the Knicks should trade for Jae Crowder? 3-and-D specialist. He's a Tibbs guy through and through. It makes some sense. I would say pass. I don't think it makes sense with the way the Knicks are going, where you want to play more guys like Quentin Grimes and Cam Reddish and Obi Toppin and RJ Barrett. He's going to have to take those guys' minutes. I'll ask you, though. Should the Knicks trade for Jae Crowder? I say pass, but hey, I value your guys' opinion more than my own. Type T for trade, type P for pass. Yeah, I don't think you trade for Crowder, and I damn sure don't trade for Ayton. Mitchell Robinson played like he was Ayton's daddy. I want to go back to that. Let me find that game. He bodied him.
Ayton last year.
Bodied him.
Yeah, I don't think it makes sense with the Knicks roster, really.
Like, you're already paying $60 million for Mitchell Robinson. You just paid Hartenstein. The Knicks center spot is good.
Yeah.
It is.
And plus, Mitchell Robinson, I mean, he's a guy, I'm a Bulls fan. I would love to have a lob threat rim protector, guy like Mitchell Robinson, Clinton Capella type of build. I love guys like that. Also, I love seeing the Pommels getting in there, giving the nose back-to-back. It's pretty cool to see.
Are y'all usually on the same page, the Pommels family? Because me and my dad, we never agree about the Knicks.
Tricky Nicky says Wolverines 41, Iowa 16. I hope so. I hope you're right.
When the Knicks played the Phoenix Suns in March this past year, Mitchell Robinson, I'll just go to the full game set. Here we go. Mitchell Robinson played in 36 minutes, and he had 17 points, 15 rebounds, 4 steals, and 3 blocks. And DeAndre Ayton had 8 points, 1 block, and 3 rebounds. Like I said, Mitchell Robinson was DeAndre Ayton's daddy. He dominated him. Why would we trade for DeAndre Ayton? Makes no freaking sense. Sorry if I'm putting that dude on blast that asked it, but it makes no sense.
Yeah. I mean, I get hypothetically bringing in DeAndre Ayton would be pretty sweet, but you would probably have
it sounds cool, right?
Yeah,
on 2K,
cool.
It's like he's probably a higher rating than Mitchell Robinson, but
honestly, I don't like the drop off between DeAndre Ayton and Mitchell Robinson. I really don't think it's that.
Yeah, like what does Ayton do so much better than Robinson?
Probably has a better mid range,
exactly.
better moves, but like it's.
I would say Robinson is a way better defender. I think he's a way better shot blocker and rim protector.
Ooh. Muhammad, you might be new here. I am a Bulls fan. I'm not a Knicks fan, unfortunately. But I pull for my guy D Rose and my guy Tibbs.
And Brunson. You love Brunson.
And also, Jalen Brunson. I'll go me and one of my best friends from college, we were like Jalen Brunson stans because he grew up like 20 minutes from us, 2 state championships in high school, 2 national championships in college, and he's going to bring a championship home to the great city of New York.
I wish. People are still roasting me about my hair in the comments.
Dude, I was trying to hold it in during the cut.
I almost started laughing. I think I did laugh at the beginning. All righty. 7 o'clock. We've already almost been live for 2 hours. Look.
Nobody wants Marsh to put that.
I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't want to say I'm disappointed because, look, I don't want to be that guy that's up here, begging for super chats. It's just like I thought it would have been pretty damn cool to put this helmet on, lock it in with the beers right here. Like, how cool would that be? Like, is this worth it, Rolly? Should we slash the price?
I say we do.
Okay. What price should we make the beer helmet? Because I saw Tricky Nicky said he was hoping for it. Tricky Nicky said he now wants a boot. Would you guys rather have a boot or the beer helmet? It's up to y'all. We're a show for the fans. That's why we're called Chat Sports. We're the most interactive channel out there. Charles Palmels, you're the GOAT of the Super Chat, so I'll ask you, what's a fair price for this? What's a fair price? CPJ, that is.
CPJ.
JP says helmet.
I say the helmet, too.
I think the helmet's way more cool than the boot.
Yeah, because the helmet, the boot is 15 seconds. The helmet.
This is 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, you're going to see Marsh try to run a live show with a helmet on.
Muhammad, you're new here.
Welcome,
Okay, that's
Muhammad.
fine. I appreciate you for being here. Welcome to the channel. Steven says helmet. Rudy says we just want you drunk. Well, there's a lot of ways to get me drunk. $10. How about this? We'll go 50% off the Super Chat menu for the next 2 minutes. 50% off. But Seeps, it's only 2 minutes.
Only 2 minutes.
2 minutes on the shot clock. So that means $5 fireball shot, $25 tequila shot. That's a steal.
That's a steal.
And $100 for the helmet. TJ, come on screen. Put me and TJ up on the screen.
TJ, they were actually calling for you.
They were calling for you.
I can't do a booth today because I've already done a couple on Seahawks. We made over $430 on Seahawks.
That's embarrassing. Jonesy has made more in Super Chats than we did on Knicks today. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. How much did y'all make?
$430.
We're at $59. I don't know if we'll get there. Do you think this is a fair $100 Super Chat? I have to drink it until they're gone.
Hold on. Let's take a picture with you.
No pictures. No one's earned it yet. No one's earned it. No, this is cheating. No one's earned it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. TJ the boot god, Tricky Nicky.
I can't. My soul belongs to the Seahawks today.
What's
Sorry,
a fair
Nick.
price
What's a fair price?
for this piece? I have to wear it till these are empty.
I think $100.
I think 100 is fair.
Yeah.
I don't want to, Brother BKL says, what's with the helmet? Someone sends a $100 super chat in, we put the drinks in, and we get to drinking. But hey, I'm going to take it off because I've already given you guys too much of a tease. If it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. It's okay. Look. It's okay. We said we'd do it at $50, and we gave it a 2-minute shot clock. We got 6 seconds left. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. That's fine. So Muhammad's a Bulls fan. Yeah, I'm damn right. I'm damn straight. The Bulls are going to be cheeks this year without Lonzo. Who's their point guard? Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Io de Lottery. That's his name because that's where the Bulls are going to be. All right, $20 from OG. How about this? If we look, we're $80 away. As a group, $100 from one person is a lot. If we can get to $100 as a group, we need $80 more. Look, that's 20 pieces. That's a 20 piece from 4 more people. Top Junkie says, I am a Knicks fan and I have to agree with Muhammad. Look, if you think the Bulls are going to be good this year, that's fine. I just question your IQ because if you go back and look at the record last year without Lonzo, Seeps, were they good last year with Lonzo?
What do you mean you question your IQ?
So you think they're going to be good this year? Are they? Okay, how about this? Yes. How about this?
They're going to have a better record than the Knicks. I'll
No!
promise you that. It doesn't matter
No!
if Lonzo doesn't play a game.
Yes, it does.
If the Knicks and Bulls play, who are the top 3 players on the floor? It's DeRozan, Levine, and then Brunson's 3.
Nah, I'm taking Brunson over DeRozan.
Marsh.
I'm taking Brunson over DeRozan. I am. I saw
disagree.
Brunson
I
drop
disagree
40 in
heavily
the
with that.
playoffs.
DeRozan averaged 28 last year.
Yeah, but He ain't that guy.
He's not that guy.
Just
Come on,
like
come
he's just
on.
not a winning player. He's not. He didn't win with the Raptors. Didn't win with the
Because
Spurs.
he was going against LeBron every year.
All I'm saying is, once they traded his ass for Kawhi, they won a chip. They did.
Shout out to OG though.
They won one of these
OG, $20 super chat. I'm gonna take a shot at tequila. Or did you guys take the tequila?
I can go grab it.
Yeah, please do. Because OG sent in a $20 super. I said we were half off the super chat menu, so I'm going to give him a shot at tequila.
Marsh is talking blasphemous over the Bulls right now.
I would bet, but it's so hard to bet because, look, if injuries happen, the bets are off, in my opinion.
But I still think if Lonzo doesn't play a game. Do you know who Io DeSumo really is? He's got that dog, like he's the definition of a dog. Tibbs guy, definition of a Tibbs guy. Plus DeRozan is hungry. Thank Muhammad. Keep him coming.
He is. He's a better player. He's a better winner. How about that?
Jalen Brunson's a better winner than DeMar DeRozan.
Brunson's a better player.
You think
He's the better guy.
this guy thinks Jalen Green's a superstar?
The Rockets have an
He's no Landry Fields.
the Rockets have an
What
AAU
is this,
team.
2010? Oh, Charles with a $20
Charles,
super
thank
chat.
you.
Hey, we're $60 away from putting on the beer helmet.
Yeah.
$60 away from putting on the beer helmet.
Just got thought.
Brunson's going to prove so
Hey,
many people
did
wrong
you see
this
Muhammad's
year.
last comment?
Muhammad just said the Knicks should trade Emmanuel quickly. I'm not listening to him. So Derrick Rose could play. Now that he's a Bulls fan, it makes
That
sense.
makes complete
It makes
sense
way
now.
more sense now that he's a Bulls fan.
Oh, it's funny.
Tricky Nicky, I got me a little sauce right here.
Yeah, don't worry, Muhammad. I'll keep Marsh in check over his.
Okay, let's look at this. The Bulls won 46 games last year.
With a ton of injuries, yes.
You've already got your point guard out for the year.
We're getting Caruso back.
He'll be hurt too.
Io year
His
2.
fragile ass. Caruso's fragile as shit.
Oh.
Slap a fragile sticker on
Oh,
that
my
box.
God. Hey, if you guys want a watch party for Bulls and Knicks, me and Marsh going back and forth, let us know.
You guys won 9 more games than us last year, and we had Alec Burks start 60 games. And Julius Randle played like he was blind for half a season.
Where my Alperin Shingun fans at? Where's the Shingun army? Okay.
Watch party.
Charles,
CPJ.
we're gonna do a watch party for the first preseason game. That's what we're doing.
$5 and Marshall will eat a whole bag of Doritos in 20 seconds.
Get this Rockets fan out of here.
Rockets are an AAU
Oh,
team.
$50
Oh!
from OG! We're $10 away!
Let's go!
$10 away
Let's
from
go!
the helmet! $10 away from the helmet!
gee.
Someone drop a 10-piece and we'll put the helmet on. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to put it on because I believe someone's going to do it. I believe
Faith.
someone, one of the Knicks Now real ones, is going to send a $10 super
gee.
chat. I believe it's going to happen.
You want double Celsius?
Double Celsius. Get me right. I'm not drinking,
Lock 'em
though,
in.
until the $10 super comes
There
in.
he is.
Huh.
CPJ.
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 Oh, he did it! He did it! Let's ride.
Let's go. Shout out to OG.
Shout out to OG. Shout out to Charles. We're busting out the helmet on Knicks Now.
OG, are you good? Are you in Florida as well? It's going through the hurricane. Hey, you guys can stay indoors. Watch New York and Knicks live.
I think the Knicks swept the Bulls last year.
Oh my God, are we still on it? Marsh, I promise you.
Let me get that out. Because my best friend is also a Bulls fan. And Bulls fans are stupid.
No.
With these tall boys, you gotta be.
Is it in there?
Yeah, they're in there.
Are we ready? Are they cracked?
Yeah.
So I could just go. Do I go right here?
Yes. Yeah, so as Marsh was about to go on about some Bulls garbage. Is he slamming this?
Oh, you got to pinch it.
Yeah.
Because it just makes you go. I'm not going to lie. I feel like if I move too fast, it's just going to, like, spill and topple over everywhere.
Maybe point it away from your laptop.
Yeah. Honestly, can you move this?
I'll put this full screen.
All right, let's keep the questions coming in. Questions coming in. What's the chat looking like?
Yeah, this is chop it up time. I'll get it going.
Hey, yo, Marshy, you want to chop cheese? Hey, yo, Marsh.
Hey, yo, Marsh.
Hey, yo, Marsh, you got the cheese on deck.
Let's ride, baby. Let's ride.
Like a fucking fugazi.
If you think the Knicks
Oh
are
my-
better than the Bulls, type F Chicago in the chat. If you think the Knicks
You know
are
what?
better than the Bulls, oh, tricky Nicky
You know
just
what? I
absolutely
wasn't gonna
fired
put
me
it up. I wasn't gonna put it up, but since the Bulls slander, hell yeah, Tricky Nicky, get on him.
Hey, yo, Chicago thinks a fucking tomato pie is a pizza. What the hell is going on?
Oh my god.
Can I get an F Chicago in the chat, please?
It's just like, this is going to sound super sus. It just
we
forces
go.
it down your throat. It really does. Like,
Open up that gullet, Marsh.
are you just going to film me all day? You want to see a tip?
Join is only Marsh. Only Marsh coming this fall.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm drinking like 6 of these already. How's the chat looking? What's
It's
the
a lot
chat
of
saying?
it's a lot of F Chicago, so
Oh yeah, if you think the Knicks are better than the Bulls, type
Oh.
F Chicago. Actually, let's do this. If you think the Knicks are better than the Bulls, type F Patrick in the chat.
not even
Hey,
C.
F Patrick.
This dude really thinks the Bulls are better than the Knicks.
Oh
If they had
my God.
Lonzo, I would say yes. If they had Lonzo.
So Lonzo's
This
just
fucker puts on his shoes before he puts on his
that would be
jeans.
like the Knicks losing Jalen Brunson.
listen. Zach LaVine was hurt throughout the whole second half of the season.
Hurt people stay hurt.
Come on.
He's what? He's
We'll
torn
have
up
a-
his knee 6 times already? Used to be a dunk
Disrespect.
champion. Now he's a jump shooter.
He's gonna put his balls on Mitchell Robinson's head during the watch party this year.
F Patrick in the chat. This fool puts his shoes on before his jeans.
My haircut has been getting roasted all show.
Yeah.
You know what they said though?
You're getting a cut this weekend.
I don't think I need one yet. I think I'm still getting biddies on me. The biddies love me.
Yeah. So JP says, do the Knicks have a better 2022-23 season than the Bulls? I wonder what Marsh and the rest of the New York Knicks fans are gonna say. See, if Marsh wanted to be objective and not let his Knicks bias come in here.
I am being objective. What was the
Ev-
Knicks? What was the Bulls' record without Lonzo last year?
Not good, below
Not
500.
good.
But also you
Look it
saying,
up. I'll bet you right now it's 5 games under 500.
but also Zach LaVine dealing with the elbow injury the
Other
entire
people
second
will
half.
Get hurt. It happens. Someone on the Knicks is going to get hurt. It happens.
Patrick Williams, year 3. Ayo DeSumo, year 2. Kobe White, year 4. We're coming.
Yeah, we got
coming.
Not a good showing for the Bulls here. The
Okay.
Chicago Bulls had a 24-23 record without Lonzo.
cheeks.
God, so that really does sound like 5 games below 500.
Woo! Fucking Marshy.
Stay tuned for the Bulls Knicks watch party. It'll be a good time this year.
How much is left? This is brutal.
Half.
They're turning on each other.
Halfway through.
This is brutal.
You know, Tricky Nicky, you're right. This is the first time Marsh are disagreeing on basketball takes ever since he said Brunson's better than DeRozan.
Hey, can we all be real here? The Rockets are winning the chip this year. We got the best young core in the fucking league, bro. We got Jalen Green.
$50 super chat, and this guy's got to take a boot. How about that? Get this Rockets clown out of here. Take your chip sack out of here, you litterer. Kids from Houston, think you can just litter everywhere.
Sick burn, bro. Litter.
There's a long way to go. I need you to carry the audio here, Seeps.
Yeah,
Here,
so
can
we
you
were
open up
talking
my
Bulls for a little bit. Where should we turn
I
this?
didn't want to TJ my laptop.
Yeah, our record without Lonzo was 24 and 23.
What happened right here? Where'd that piece get so
Don't need a veteran. Crowder coming in from Gregory. Yeah, we went over that a lot earlier. Don't worry, I see Lonzo back healthy mid-December. Honestly, I'm just hoping Lonzo will play basketball again in his life. I really have no idea. The show is gone.
It's got Cindy.
I'll throw that up on screen, Top Junkie, for Marsh can see it. He'll appreciate it.
Computer has fucking Cindy, bro.
I don't know what that means.
Cindy's nuts.
Oh!
It doesn't work because I didn't say like what.
Oh, you fucking idiots.
Nah. Bad delivery. Good intent, bad delivery. Alrighty. Oh. 90s Nick says, oh, the bots are in the chat. Type F Chicago to block the bots. F Chicago to block the bots. 69mega.com. Stop watching the stream. Find love. Like, if you're dumb enough to click on these bots, you probably deserve to get your whole bank account stolen.
Yes.
Not gonna lie. I'm already kind of drunk from this.
I was going to say, slamming those two probably get you going.
Do I think D Rose will win a cheap one day? I don't know what that means.
Ship.
Shit. A sheep.
A sheep.
A sheep. Will he win a sheep?
Yeah, Muhammad, you really put some fire on gasoline tonight. Gregory. Stuff we love.
This isn't usually how it goes. We inform, but we also like to entertain. We like to entertain and inform. No doubt about it. Greg, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit that big red button. Shout out to you, Greg. I can't wait till this drink is gone, to be honest.
Are they both mango? All right, well, that's good. Marsh is doing work right now.
Oh, shit.
Okay, Top Junkie. Not going to address that. We support men's mental health here.
I love you, Top Junkie, but I don't get down like that.
I didn't start anything tricky, Nicky. Yeah. Damn, you're still going from CPJ. Yeah, OG and CPJ. This is what you guys get. The $100 Super Chat beer helmet honestly might be the best bang for your buck offer. Because the beer boot, like the beer boot's done in 20 seconds. Marsh is on the struggle bus right now.
This sucks.
Yeah.
We're up in the price next week.
Not 100 anymore.
150.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointed Big L's not in the chat.
Yeah, Big L's
I guess he's got bigger stuff to do. It's okay. Everyone's got lives.
Yeah.
I cannot believe Muhammad's a Bulls fan. It makes so much sense.
That question
Should you
makes sense.
trade IQ for Derrick Rose to play? What a Bulls statement.
JP says, shout out to Marsh. You're the ultimate real one. We appreciate you, man.
Truly suck.
Truly.
Definitely drunk, to be honest. Definitely drunk. Tricky Nicky says, wish I was rich. I give these guys 100. It never fails. So someone will soon. Tricky Nicky, you don't have to give anything. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, see, a lot of people like, all these guys do is super chats and show love to people that super chats. That's just Tricky Nicky can attest to this. This is not even close to the truth. If you subscribe and you comment, we're going to show you love. Like, I could be wrong. I think Tricky Nicky has super chatted a couple times. but we show him love every single stream.
Every single
Seeps.
stream.
It's because he's a real one.
No,
He
Tricky
shows
Nicky,
up,
yeah.
he shows love, he likes, he comments, and he subscribes. If you are a real one, we will show you love.
Tricky Nicky, this would be a hell of a way to kind of end the year for either the Knicks or the Bulls. If it's Knicks Bulls in a play-in game, that would be something.
That'd be lit.
That would.
This
Yeah,
has
you
to be
guys.
getting close, right?
How do they feel?
Oh, they're getting empty.
Okay, all right.
They're getting empty.
Let's go. Fourth quarter.
Fourth freaking quarter.
Yeah, I think the beer helmet is going to be upped in price next week.
Yeah,
Marsh
this
has-
is way tougher than a boot, not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah.
Well, probably not like tougher, but like over a long period of time, it's more of a struggle.
Yeah. Instead of a sprint, it's a mile.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
I'm so Ooch says Grimes is injured. He was seen in a walking boot today, but we are kind of discussing earlier. It doesn't seem too serious, but definitely a bad sign.
My iPhone won't unlock because I got this freaking helmet on. Oh, my God. Faded.
Yeah, Muhammad.
Hey, the cut from earlier is 3 of 10. Good fucking shit.
Shit, Rolly.
I knew that was a good idea.
Yo.
Brother, BKL, you sent in a $50 super chat. See, this is what I will say this though. We can clown on the haircut.
Yeah.
But you can't be the guy that says you'll do the super chat and then don't.
Yeah.
You can't be a walk back guy. So look, you sent in a $50 super chat. What do we do? What do we do, Seeps, for a $50 super?
Well,
Beer bong?
be bang.
Like you can say you're about it, but if you bleed orange and blue and you're a real New Yorker,
New York.
you walk to work and you eat bagels, and you love New York pie, you can't just talk about it. You got to be about it. You know who's about it? You know who's about it? CPJ, OG,
OG.
Ghost Rider. Those dudes are about it.
OG.
Tricky Nicky, he's about it. Brother, you want to be about it, you got to show us, bro. You can't just say, I probably give a 50. You do it, we'll make something happen.
90s Knicks having a good time in here. Oh, if you guys hear it, can you hear it? You guys can kind of hear it. It's getting empty.
Ain't nothing left. There ain't nothing left.
Give it up to Marsh in the comments. Give it up to Marsh in the comments.
Let's ride.
Pool Crack says get a mullet. Thoughts?
That's how you do it, Knicks fans.
1 year later.
Is that too long, Charles? I'm not gonna lie, that was probably only like 10 minutes. It felt like forever.
Yeah, that was only around 10.
It felt like forever though.
Yeah. And plus, like, you can't really. I mean, can you really chug it? Like,
No.
It's.
OG, bout it. CPJ, bout it. Tricky Nicky, bout it. Ghost Rider, bout it. Charles, it might have felt like forever for you. Probably got a little lactate going. Good thing this. We'll talk about that later. There's like a little left in this one, so I'll just drink it. Buckets. That's what Jalen
Redeemed
Brunson's
yourself.
about to get on the freaking Bulls. Who'd you say is going to guard him? Ime Udoka? What's his name?
Wait, what?
What's his name?
Io DeSumo?
Io DeSumo.
You mean the Celtics head coach?
That dude's a player. I'd know his name. I will say this, though. Seeps is a hooper. He can get buckets. His NBA comp is Chandler Parsons. Easy. Like good Chandler Parsons, though. Like Rockets.
Not post.
No,
contract.
not Grizzlies. CP. Definitely not sober.
You guys want to see a vlog with Marsh and I going to hoop?
I got to get back right.
Next Monday we're going.
We're Jesus, this looks terrible. This Tom shirt. He's gonna put this
It'll
on
air dry it.
tomorrow on Alexa and be like, "This just smell like mango truly." I don't know, Tom. I don't know.
I don't know, Jim.
Oh,
You going shot clock? Or what are you thinking?
Yeah, we'll do that. We've already been live for 2 hours, so how about this? Every super chat that comes in the next 2 minutes, we'll stay live for another 10 minutes. Every super chat that comes in the next 2 minutes, we'll stay live for the next, what did I say? 10 minutes? Every super chat is 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So 2 super chats, we'll stay live for 20 more minutes. That sucked. I'm not going to lie.
Poor crack. Marshall, D1 prospect. Look at my son.
Yeah, when I was 50 pounds lighter, I was nice, but I got to lose weight.
Oh, I should have told them I glassed Jeremy.
Oh, yeah, dudes. When we went and played basketball, the douchebag Rockets fan that was in here earlier, he got freaking bodied by Seeps.
Yeah.
He hit him with the...
I hit him with the...
the cross
was nasty.
Step back, got him.
Yeah,
and
the cross was
then
gross.
Jeremy went for a layup and Seeps glassed his ass.
I felt like LeBron. Normally, I'm the one getting glassed, like in AAU and everything. I finally got my moment.
All right. We got 55 more seconds. Every super chat that comes in will stay live for 10 more minutes. If no super chats come in, we're going to bounce on out of here because we've already been live for 2 hours. But Muhammad says, don't you dare end the live anytime soon. Muhammad, you better send in a super chat if you want us to stay live. Nick Yak says, you can't be the guy talking money. I've been here 5 minutes giving your show a try. This is it. I will try again one day. That sucks for you, man, because this is the best Knicks channel on YouTube, so sorry you're going to miss out.
Just tuned in at a wrong time.
Yeah, we've already been live for 2 hours.
Yeah. And if you guys are real ones here, you guys know after the cuts get out, we get a little wild.
Yeah, we've already been live for 2 freaking hours. 3, 2, 1. We'll let the clock reset. We were live. We told you guys. We gave you an offer. We already did the cuts. We already talked Knicks for 2 hours. I had to put on a freaking helmet like an idiot. JP the boss says Beck's Knicks channel. JP, that's why you're a real one. That's why I mess with you, bro. Because, like, if you actually watch this channel, like, if news happens, we do a video. If rumors happens, we do a video. I will go to my grave with this. Nobody covered the Donovan Mitchell story better than we did. And it's not even close.
It's not close.
We put out a video every single day on Donovan Mitchell for 60 days straight. Nobody covered it better than we did. And I got mad love for a lot of Knicks channels out there. Knicks Fan TV, Knicks Film School, Knicks Media, Into the Knicksverse. All those guys do a hell of a job. Nobody covered the Donovan Mitchell story better than we did.
And nobody's going to cover the 2022 Knicks season like we are.
Facts to that.
Honestly,
Seeps.
we're just getting started.
We are.
The watch parties, this is chapter 1 on the New York Knicks Now saga, the book we're writing.
90s Knicks is right. Haters going to hate.
Exactly, man.
Brother BKL says Marshall will be real one and Patrick will be the sidekick real one. We're 1A, 1B. Go sub Knicks in chat sports. Holla. Alrighty. We're going to bounce on out of here. If you haven't yet, hit that big red button. We put out videos. Shout out to the real ones. We're going to get out of here. We've already all been at work for 10 hours today. We're going to sign off. Shout out to everybody that super chatted. Shout out to everybody that showed up. Shout out to the real ones.
Yep.
Shout out to Tricky Nicky, Francisco. How about this? Muhammad, even though you're a Bulls fan, it's all good.
You're my guy, Muhammad.
We're going to do this because I want to show everybody watching still up. We only got 114 people watching right now. Still solid. Everybody that comments real one in the next 30 seconds, I'll give you a shout out because I want to show some love to the real ones out there. If you're a real one, drop a real one in the comment section and I'll give you a shout out. If you're a real one, comment real one. I'll give you a shout out. None come in. We're going to bounce on out of here. Shout out to Caleb, Muhammad, JP, everybody. El Cid is a real one. JP, the boss. The boss. Did y'all get that reference earlier when I said that? Rick Ross? The songs? You did not? I think Rolly knew because he laughed when I said it.
I laughed at everything.
Yeah. I'm not that funny, though. Real one, F Bulls, LOL Seep. Tricky
Come on,
Nicky.
Tricky.
That's real. I think the
Real.
Bulls are solid, but legitimately, if Lonzo does not play, they will not be the same team they were last year.
I agree, but also they had a lot more injuries besides Lonzo last year.
He's a big one, though.
Caruso's
It's a point guard
a big
league.
one too.
Caruso straps up. I like
Levine
Caruso.
being hurt too is a big one. Levine's
They
got everything.
crumbled in the second half.
I know they did. Listen. I'm so low on the Bulls front court with like Vooch and those guys. I think their front court really. It's just
They
not
have no
good.
rim protector. That's what scares me.
None at all.
And Lonzo was the guy that's going to be the perimeter defender. I know Caruso's that guy as well.
Patrick Williams,
I like Williams.
Caruso. We got guys.
What's
It's
the other
just a
guy?
front
What's
court.
the Ime Udoka guy's name?
Io DeSumo.
Io DeSumo.
He's a dog defensively. Next Kawhi.
He was a first-round pick in 2021.
He was a second-round pick last year.
In 2021, okay.
Yeah. Second-team All-Rookie though.
Yeah. Doesn't mean much. Kevin Knox was second-team All-Rookie.
All right.
I'm not saying he's a scrub, but like if he was that nice, I'd know his name.
Marsh is saying the Bulls are going to miss the playoffs. You heard it here first.
I don't know about Mr. I think they're a play-in team without Lonzo.
Okay.
What do you think, Rolly?
I agree.
Yeah, you guys are absurd. All right.
And I know you're a
Name-
Heat fan, and I'm not saying the Heat missed the playoffs, but they're not
All
the
right.
first team in the East this year, right?
Bucks.
I think the
Bucks?
Heat are still a play-off team, not a play-in team. They're a play-off team.
I'd take the Bucks, Sixers, Celtics, Nets.
Yeah.
That's 4 right now. Pull up the Eastern Conference. We'll
I'll do
figure
this.
out.
I like teams that I for sure like more than the Knicks. Boston, Milwaukee,
Yeah, Milwaukee,
Philadelphia,
Philly.
Brooklyn, if they are healthy.
4, okay.
But then after that, you got teams like I probably like Miami more than the Knicks, but like
Yeah, I like
they're in
Miami.
that 5 seed.
I'm not that big on the Hawks, actually.
I'm not that big on the Hawks. I'm not that big on Toronto.
I'm not. Toronto could be.
I like Toronto.
Toronto could be good, dude.
They could be. They're they're probably better than the Knicks.
I'd put like the Raptors, Knicks.
But what about
Bulls,
this? Serious
Heat.
question. If you get that most improved Julius Randle back, and Derrick Rose plays 75 games this year, the Knicks are a playoff team.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll say it again.
7.
7? Nah.
I'm taking the Raptors to 6. They're solid.
I think that. Okay, here's my 8. I think the 1 seed. I think it will still be Milwaukee. I think they're going to come back next year. They're going to be firing on
I
all
like
cylinders.
Milwaukee.
I think Giannis is winning MVP. I think they're frankly going to win the title. I go Milwaukee, Philadelphia, Brooklyn, Boston.
Honestly, after Boston, Milwaukee,
Philly, and Brooklyn.
Philly, and Brooklyn, I think it's a toss-up. I really do.
So
I
those
think
are
it's
the
whoever
4
stays healthy
Yes.
and whoever has their best players show up.
Those are the 4 locks. And then you got teams like Toronto, Miami, Chicago, New York.
Cleveland's
Those-
up there for me.
Oh, Cleveland.
I differ.
With
Cleveland
Evan Mobley, Garland. No, they're definitely going to make
I
it.
think Cleveland's top 6. So let's go. You got Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, Brooklyn, Cleveland. I think those are top 5. Then you got teams like Miami, who's probably 6. And then you have teams like New York, Chicago, Toronto competing for that 7, 8, 9. And then 10, who gives a shit?
East is going to be entertaining.
East is good. It's who's
Very
going to
good.
stay healthy.
Hornets got that 10 seed. That's a good play.
If they had Bridges, I would say yes, but
Yeah.
Don't like Leandro and LaMelo teaming up now.
I like LaMelo. I don't give a fuck about
Dude,
LiAngelo.
I think the Cavs with Evan Mobley and Garland, and now Mitch, they're gonna be nasty.
That's a solid.
Jarrett Allen, they got some dudes. Still Kevin Love over there, Cavs are.
I think the
good.
Cavs are a top 6 team.
Yes, Cavs are locked to make the playoffs. They're not gonna. I would be shocked if they don't.
I just think the teams in the East that regress. I still think Chicago's a playoff or play-in team. I just don't think they're a number 4 team in the East.
No,
this year.
I agree. They're not, but I also think. I don't know. There's a lot up in the air. In the
It just
East
matters
as a
who
whole.
plays well.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are expecting Julius Randle to be that same player as last year, which is fine. But what happens if he's that same player where he shot 41% from 3 and was a top 10 MVP guy? The Knicks are a top 6 team in the East in that opinion. What happens if R.J. Barrett becomes an All-Star? What happens if Jalen Brunson becomes an All-Star?
Yeah.
I think the top 5 teams in the East are Bucks, Celtics, See, the Nets are still a wild card team.
They have to, you have
They
to
were
put them
healthy
in
and
there.
they got their ass swept. I know no Ben Simmons, but
And Kyrie missing most of the year. Like him playing 82 this year, they're gonna have a good regular
it
season
sounds
record.
good, but when has he played 82?
Yeah.
He didn't even do that shit with LeBron. The East is going to be it's going to be a race, no
gonna be a
doubt about
gauntlet.
it. All righty, we're signing off. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in today. We'll see you guys